Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Night Speedrunning here on the Nick Carpy stream. We're back on Jade Cocoon, Story of the Time of Mayu. Trying to get that sub-55. Let's do this thing. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Have my controller.
Elrond, God of the forest.
Alrighty. Hope everyone's had a lovely bank holiday weekend. I did. I'll talk a bit more about it if when we get some active chat. Oh, what the hell's happened to my?
They brought life and happiness to the forest.
My microphone.
The forest was visited by
What?
the divine spirits.
My microphone's not attached to my. What the hell happened here?
That is the
Oh, it
beast of knowledge,
snapped.
and it will someday bring temptation upon you. Thou
My
shalt
mic
not
holder
resist
snapped. What the bloody hell
the
did that
divine
happen?
spirits so promised.
You
And
can't
they
see
were
it,
the
but
beast of their own image. Such was man.
I can't turn. Well, actually, I can't turn it, but
Time
I can
passed,
change my camera.
and the forest was again
There we
visited
go.
by fate. A divine
Look,
spirit was seduced by a beast of knowledge. And so the promise to Elrond
you still can't
was
see it.
broken.
Oh, there we go.
The
Look,
spirit lost
it
its
snapped.
divine power,
What the bloody hell did that happen?
and by the child of man and spirit,
I'm gonna have to replace
it
that.
was gained.
It's like
This new power
my
threatened Elrond.
mic feels really
It was
loose. Why is that?
divided into light.
Yeah, that should be. Well, that explains one of the bangs that I probably heard at some point over the last few days. Oh, that's that whole piece there just completely snapped in two. I have to get a replacement holder for it. Yay! I mean, it still hold my mic for now. Sorry, this is probably sounding terrible because it's just bouncing all over the place. Luckily, I don't play anything that's too vigorous, so we're not gonna. It's not gonna be like bouncing all over the place. But oh, that's yeah, that's a little worrying. I hadn't noticed that before. Well, easy come, easy go, I guess. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at getting that replaced. Anyway, back to over here. Oh yeah, giant monster. Brah. And there he is. Anyway, enjoying a late night beverage with the stream tonight. Thinking it might give me the edge. I don't, probably not. Alrighty, let's kind of want to jump straight in. It's been a long day today. I arrived at work about half an hour early and left work half an hour late. So I've had an extra hour at work today that I don't usually do. But it's been a long day. I'm hoping I'm up for this tonight. Because just recently, my speedrun streams haven't gone very well. But we'll see. I missed anything. No, all the stream. Oh, I said apparently I said evening all earlier. Hey Tom, I said evening all, and it went to Twitch, and 2 messages went to the horizontal YouTube stream. No messages went to YouTube. Why did no messages go to my vertical stream? That's what I meant to say. Just gonna try messaging that one directly. Okay, that's worked. Now let me try. I'm gonna try messaging them all again. I'm gonna say what up? What up? Right. Hopefully that now goes to all of them instead of my horizontal YouTube. No, what the frick? Every message I'm sending is going to my horizontal YouTube stream twice and not to my... Why? Streamerbot, what is wrong with you?
For a time, they brought life.
YouTube broadcast shows that both are live and both are. How frickin'? I'm gonna just quickly restart StreamerBot. Very strange.
That is the beast of knowledge.
Anyway, enjoy. If you're watching the horizontal stream, enjoy the exposition of what's going on in the. What actually goes on in the game. Alright, I'm back. Let's try again.
And the forest was again visited by fate.
Oh, right. Nope. Done exactly the same thing again. What?
And so the promise to Elrond was broken.
No, now it's like the other way round. Now it's only sending to the vertical stream.
And by the child of man
what the
spirit,
fuck?
it was gained.
What on earth?
And so was
I'm so confused. Hi, Cosmic.
Something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home.
I'm very confused.
I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east.
To the east. Yellow. Try saying yellow. Just tried refreshing stuff. Nope, we are completely the other way around now. So I don't blame StreamerBot. I blame YouTube because YouTube's bloody weird. I'm gonna try signing out of YouTube and signing back in. I've never had this before. It's so weird. Alright, settings. Alright, disconnect from YouTube. Sign in. Sign in. It says you're already doing an authentication. Oh, there we go. Right, both are connected again. We reconnect. Just out of curiosity, what if I go into my individuals? Yo, to be honest, I don't send many chat messages myself. So I'm going to just check to make sure that any chat messages I send through both YouTube channels come back to stream. Because otherwise we're going to get all the YouTube viewers jumping in, chatting, and I'm not going to be able to see it. So horizontals come through. And vert. Right, both of them have come through to me, so at least I'll be able to read them when they come through. My God, everything. Anyway, let's go on. Alrighty, so as I say, we're back on Jade Cocoon, aiming for that sub 55-minute run. That's what I'm hoping for. I am going to be starting each run again with my disclaimer about what I'm doing as far as like emulator settings are concerned, because I need to explain it. So yeah, we do hopefully should still be set up with. Yay, there we go, there it is. Lovely, that's all still set up. It's console settings. Right, I'm gonna pause the emulator as we start this. You can't see, by the way, you can't see the emulator settings on the vertical stream, but don't worry, it's all there. All right, so let's get started. Everything else seems to be working, so that's good. All good.
Start.
Yay! And then that's all working again, so that's good. Because that wasn't working the other day either. Nothing ever bloody works. All right, let's get started. So this is going to be a speedrun of Jade Cocoon's Story of the Tamamayu 80% emulator. Before we get started, I want to show the emulator settings that I'm using, because this isn't something that's set on speedrun.com. Speedrun.com seems to, old runners used to use PSX, I think the emulator was called. DuckStation is the best emulator. It's most up to date. and I'm mimicking the settings that the Metal Gear Solid 1 community uses, because it seems to me that the reason for the emulator that's used on the Jade Cocoon is to have faster loading times. Specifically, why the one emulator that everyone's used is done, and Metal Gear Solid specifically sets its emulator. So we back? No, we are not. But no. And OBS disconnected. Oh, and apparently OBS reconnected. Yay, there we go. And we're back. And we're back. Apologies for that brief pause. But we are now back. Let me just make sure everything else is turned on. There we go. Okay. Should we start over? This is a speedrun of Jade Cocoon, Story of the Time of Mario, Any% emulator. I'm using DuckStation, which is not an emulator that others have previously used for Jade Cocoon. It seems from what I've read, the Jade Cocoon community in the past have used very old emulators because it's a run that hasn't been run that often. But it did seem, from what I read, they used a specific emulator because it had faster loads. So what I've done with DuckStation, which is the most up-to-date, most widely used PlayStation 1 emulator, is mimic the settings used by Metal Gear Solid to emulate fast disk speed, which is what you get on a PlayStation, running PlayStation 1 games on a PS2, PSP, Vita, PlayStation TV. So the Metal Gear Solid settings are to change the console CPU emulation to enable clock speeds overclocking and set that to 600% instead of 100%. And when it comes to CD-ROM emulations, this is definitely affecting loading speeds. Set the read speed from normal double speed to ×2 quad speed, and the seed speed up all the way up to 10x. That's it. No other changes are made. I don't even change the graphics from 1x native. I just keep them on 1x native because if you have anything other than the native, then the health bars of you and your monsters and stuff all goes berserk. Yeah, as I say, these emulations, and none of these emulation settings are about speeding the game up. The game still runs at 60 FPS. It's simply speeding up basically the emulation loading and the running of it. As I say, Metal Gear Solid uses these settings to try and emulate those. I'm hoping that this would be acceptable because, as I say, it's trying to match the fast disk speed. Yeah, let's get started. There we go. So, first things first, we're going to go into the options, change all of those because they don't save in between. I don't need to change that one. Does anyone have a desired color for today's menus? We're allowed to have different menu colors, either blue, green, red, or orange. So if anyone has a color that they'd specifically like to see, give a shout out now. That's all set. So Rorschach straight in there with orange. So we're going to go with orange. Vibration on, that's fine. All right, and time starts the moment I hit start game. Where we're going to spend a good 10 minutes just button mashing and getting through the opening. So 3, 2, 1, go! Start that button mashing. Mashing the start button. Yep, we are going to be called Levant. No time. There is no time to set a name. Mash that start button. And we're in. So the Levant here wants to be a cocoon. It is set up to be the next cocoon master. Louis here doesn't like Levant, so he's a bit of a douche. And that's the girl was Levant's girlfriend, and they're gonna get married. Mash that like and if you can mash the like and subscribe button as fast as I'm mashing the X button, then we're all going to have a good time. Levant's heading to bed. He's got a big day tomorrow, but he suffers from nightmares because he's racked with self-doubt. That's kind of what this game's overarching message is about. It's kind of about overcoming doubt and accepting that there is light and darkness in the world, and the world can only truly be balanced with both of those things together. Kinda. That's what I get from it anyway. Heidi says Vom. So we're gonna follow future wife through this cloudy forest. And we are gonna have an encounter with Lou. He's gonna be like, oh, there's demons and blah 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 blah. He's gonna disappear again. And we are gonna come across the Dream Man. Here he is, Dream Man. We're gonna get into a fight with Dream Man. We're gonna just attack him over and over again. You'll see that my attacks do very, very little. He's gonna have a jamming session. Bring out his minion called Minion, which is gonna absolutely wreck me. But this is a scripted fight. There is nothing we can do here. We want this fight to end as quickly as possible. So he's going to do a big blast now, probably. Yep. Oh, Levant is dead. No, Levant. Apparently, I'm already 1 minute. What? How am I 1 minute? I must have. My splits are still all over the place because I quite often forget to. Forget to split, so that's why we'll be a minute ahead. I'll have forgotten to split, that's why. Remember to heal before that one fight. I need to remember a lot. So, now, unfortunately, the village is under attack by demons. Demons! And Levant's future wife is still out at the watchtower. She could be attacked. Here come the demons. They're all like insects. Most of the minions in this game are either insects or dragons. Or like little, they're all little things. I can't remember. Here they come. Gerai, a Nami mage, uses her magic to dispel the demons and the day is saved. But the demons, unfortunately, I'm mashing X for no good reason here. Save my thumb. The demons, unfortunately, still cast a spell over some of the village. They go into a deep slumber that they cannot wake from. And so the town has to come together to decide what they're going to do and how they're going to fix it. So the chieftain gathers his as an advisor. And the mage Garai to discuss what to do. Garai suggests that they need a new cocoon master because their previous cocoon master went out into the forest and then never came back. Nobody knows what happened to that cocoon master, so it should fall to the next in line to be the cocoon master to become a cocoon master and do cocoon master stuff. Levant is next in line because it was his dad who was the previous cocoon master who went out into the forest and never came back. But in order to become a cocoon master, Levant must take a Nagi bride. So his girlfriend is a Nagi girl, and they're now going to get married so that he has a Nagi wife. And I don't know if it's Nagi or Nagi or Nagi. I don't know. All I know is that if I put the if I actually had speech turned on, which is slower, so we don't have it turned on, wife would be voiced by the woman who voices Jill Valentine in the Resident Evil series. In fact, this might be, I believe this is her first acting credit. So yeah, they're married now. So you know what that means? Separate beds. Marbu, that's it, I never remember. Louis back, he's like bad mouthing like, why are you the cocoon master? Just because your dad was, but he ran away and now no one knows where he is. She's like, see you tomorrow. We better go sleep in our separate beds because we're a married couple and that's what married couples do. At least that's what my wife tells me when she tells me to go to bed.
Your father was a noble man. Coward.
Coward. Levant does a full 360-degree spin, followed by a roly-poly in bed, and then some sit-ups. This is how I sleep at night. Yeah, just like spinning around. Drives Heidi crazy. It's like, Nick, lie still, you twat. She just went, yeah. So Dream Man's back. Dream Man! And he summoned a Patamile, or whatever it's called. So we're just going to attack it over and over again. It's going to attack us. That's fine. We're going to kill this one because we're stronger than it. Yeah, this is all scripted. It's going to do some damage, which is great. We want it to do as much damage as possible to us because the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to get into another fight with the minion. There you go. You can start to see my 1 minute time save dripping away as we head towards where I should actually be at with my splits. So Dream Man's like, that's impressive, but what if you fought me again? So we're going to give him a bit of a slap. There's nothing else we can do here. There's no way of speeding it. Attacking is the fastest way of losing. He's going to summon his minion called Minion. Because that's true, that they are all minions. But his minion is just called Minion. It doesn't have a name. It's just Minion. So his minion's going to attack a couple of times. We're going to attack as quick as we can. Go on, do another front flip. I love it when it does the front flip. No, it's doing its big... Levant's defeated. Yeah, 6 seconds ahead. That's some good mashing, Nick. Skip all the exposition. So, now that it's the following day, we wake up from my nightmare, it's decided that now that I'm a Cocoon Master, I need to go out into the forests and seek out a powder that could potentially heal the townfolk. So we're going to go to Garai and she's going to give us that instruction. She's going to tell us, head out to the Beetle Forest. Head out to the Beetle Forest, meet up with the Blue Cocoon Master, and he's going to tell you like where we could potentially find this herb. Hopefully. Well, we've got to go out there and find out. So we're off. But before we can, we need to go to the watchtower. Because we've got to go and get the beetle key from Louis. Who, again, Louis is like, I could go out and find the calamus herb. Actually. We get the beetle key. And we leave. And now we can go to the forest gates. Yeah, gold split. By just under a second. Louis now feels a bit sorry for us. He realizes that we've kind of had this responsibility thrust upon us rather than us asking for it. So he's going to lead us to the forest gates, the barrier gates, to get into the other forests. And this is kind of where the game now actually begins a little bit. So we're going to head over to the right here. Into the Beetle Forest. And now we need to do the big long search for the Blue Cocoon Master. Oh, never mind, he's here. So some more button mashing. We play our little flute to show him that, yes, indeed, we are a Cocoon Master. And he's like, okay, what's going on? I'm going to tell him what's going on. And then he's going to be like, right, well, I suppose I should probably give you a bit of training. We're a Cocoon Master, but we don't know shit. So he's going to train us. Oh, I've accidentally... No! This is not what I was supposed to do. I've mashed too fast. Oh, well. Only takes us... this isn't that long. Oh, yeah. If we... there we go. I actually wanted to do capture. There we go. I don't know if I do get all my health back. I did get a mugwort for chatting to him, though. Right, so he's like, now we need to capture it. So we're going to capture this Arbitron. This is the guaranteed capture, and this is one of the 2 monsters that we're going to use throughout our journey. We can say goodbye now. And we're off. So we head off into the forest. So our next job, he wants us to be able to prove ourselves and prove that we can actually be a cocoon master. I'm going to wait for that thing to... No, it's come to attack me. We want to try and avoid as many counters as possible. We can retreat. There is a chance that retreating fails. But more often than not, it's fine. We now need to meet up with the blue cocoon master. But we're going to cheat. We're going to run to here, stand about here, and I'm going to use what's essentially an escape rope. The hunter's earring will transport us back to the barrier gate. However, because I used the hunter's earring and then moved into a loading zone, it's given us an unintentional warp, and this warp happens to be to the blue cocoon master's area. So yeah, we're done. That's the first forest is now complete. One forest down, 6 forests to go. Essentially. We're kind of in Act 2 of the game. I kind of split the game into 4 acts, the way I see it. So now we've got the Dragonfly Forest Key. We now need to go to the town shop, grab a couple of supplies. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to sell this Valerian powder. And then we're going to buy 2 Meta Mugworts and a Sharb. Oh, no, not 2, just the one. Just the one Sharb liquor, actually. That's all we need. And we're going to head back to the forest gates. We're going to head to the second forest, the Dragonfly Forest, where we're going to catch our second and only other minion, which is the Mardrag. Before we can go and catch the Mardrag, we actually need a Mardrag to spawn. We're going to do what's called the elemental transition. So I'm going to move into an area, move back out again, and move back in again. That's going to transition the elements of the minions. So this is now a yellow Mardrag instead of a green, whatever it would be. So we're going to attack this Mardrag. It's going to attack us back. Well, the Mardrag here is a little bit of a wild card. We only have a capture level of 1. It has a level of 3. So there's a very good chance that capturing fails. But we persevere. We keep hitting it. And we just need to get it down into the red. Let's hit it again. It's been quite nice not using its special on me. I think one more attack should get it down to red now. Yep. Now we have to try and capture it, and we just sort of pray to the gods. But I'm going to play this safe, and I'm going to use one of my Meta Mugworts to heal up so that we don't just die to it. It takes a little bit of extra time, but it's worth it, because if this capture fails, we're going to have to do it over and over again. Oh, I tried to retreat from it instead of capturing it, and the retreat failed quite nicely. Thank you for failing retreat. I went down one too many. There we go. That's how a retreat can fail. So hopefully now the retreat's failed, the game's going to be like, oh, you've had your bad luck. We'll capture instead. Come on. Yeah! Capture. Diddle-diddle-doo. Right, so we have our Mardrag now. I couldn't get around this one. So we're going to retreat from this one. Oh, that retreat's failed. Good RNG on capturing, bad RNG on retreating so far. There we go, that's better. Right, we can grab this item. You usually avoid that item because you'd... Oh, there's another minion to try and get past there, lovely. You usually wouldn't pick that item up because you wouldn't get into a fight with the Mardrag that's there. We've grabbed a skeleton key. I'm going to use that to open a chest, which is going to have lots of magic in it, which we're desperately going to need because we're coming up to our first boss. Run through here. Want to run into this room here. There's going to be a minion. Want to try and get these minions. Luckily, these minions are really slow. There we go. Loads of magic items and stuff that we need for the boss fight. Be careful here, so I quite often run into that that minion. Turn here. There's going to be a minion here that, if I wait just a second, might be out there. Excellent. Now, I want to use another Hunter's Warp here, but we're going to go into the room, back out again, because then we're set up nicely to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little step, and we should be able to use it here. But first, I'm going to use another meta. No, I'm going to use my normal Mugworts, so I've got the meta saved. I need to equip the Silver Crown that I picked up. That's going to give me more magic damage, and now we can use the Hunter's Earring. If worked correctly, we will teleport to the end of the forest, which we have done. I want to grab this item here. I've got to edge forwards. There we go. And here we go into the boss fight against Kickanak. Kickanak is who we've been looking for. He knows all about the herb. And we're going to use the magic that we picked up. So these Agni Seals are magic. So I'm going to use those against him. Blast. He's going to attack. I'm going to use another one. Blast. He's going to kick me. Probably going to attack. He's going to attack again. So I'm now going to heal. It's this boss fight where I've been failing at miserably in some of my more recent runs. So hopefully we're okay now. Usually because I just don't do that heal. No, another Agni Seal. Blammo. And then to finish him off, we use a Agni Seal 2. Which doesn't do quite as much damage, but we don't need to do as much damage. And that is Kickanak defeated. Doodle-doodle-doo. Lovely. We ask him about the Calabash herb. He gives us some Calabash powder and a key, the key to the next forest. And unfortunately, the powder that he's given us is not enough to heal everyone. We need to go and find the herb that the powder comes from. But he tells us that we should be able to find more about the herb in the next forest, the Spider Forest, which happens to be my favorite forest because it's got really funky music. We show the Calabash powder to Garai, say goodbye, and we leave. We could talk to Wifey to heal and get our minions ready. The two minions that we've captured, we don't have access to until they're purified by Mabu. But we don't want to do that yet because if you do it straight away, there's an extra cutscene that plays out. And we don't want that. But now we get to chill out to the Spider Forest music. Okay, I'll do it this way. We want to do a Hunter's Warp here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I now want to use the Muttwarts I've got. And Hunter's Ring. Excellent. We're now through to the other side. Try and avoid these encounters. There's an extra item here. I'm probably gonna get into an encounter with this. Yeah, I'm gonna get into an encounter with this rush up. That should be fine. If it retreats. Ideally, you don't want to use the two Muttwarts and heal, but there's a very good chance that you can just die in the Spider Forest. It's really nasty. I'm a bit worried now, actually, after that attack. You really want to stay out of encounters here. It's not easy. Oh, come on. Please, Levant, retreat. Please, retreat. Yes. Okay, hopefully we're fine. There is a key in this room, which I need to make sure I grab. Just going to need that in the next forest. There's only 2 more screens to get through here. Hopefully, I can do them. So what we're going to do, these minions only move when you're not looking at them. 2, 3, 4. So we'll wait for that one to move there. And I should be able to run around it. And there's one more of these here, which as long as I keep looking at it and stay to the right, yep, we're good. So that's spider forest completed. Phew. We're all good. We've nearly completed part 2. So I kind of put this into 4 acts. Act 1 is the intro. Act 2 is the setup. Act 3 is the training. Act 4 are the bosses. So we are kind of coming towards the end of Act 2 now. This is all the setup, getting the keys, understanding what's going on. We come to this giant mushroom tree thing to try and get enlightenment, but this is where everything kind of goes a little bit wrong. Totsuyamu comes over and he's like, "No, human, go away. Human shouldn't be here. This is you spoil and ruin everything. No good." And now we go into the, I think it's called the catastrophe. So we return to Mabu. This is now where we're going to heal and get all of our stuff sorted. So we want to perform Nagi magic. So she's going to purify our cocoons that we captured so that we can use them, and she's also going to heal me. So we now need to, but we now need to equip them. So we're going to equip Arpatron, Mardred, and that's it. Unfortunately, the chieftain and the in particular the advisor don't really believe in what's going on. They don't think they think Garai. He thinks that Garai is a reincarnation of a goddess. Which she is. She absolutely is the reincarnation of the goddess that he believes. So he wants to kill her, thinking that will fix the problems in the village, and that she's a witch come here to destroy their lives, to destroy their village. She sacrifices herself instead, and puts the entire town to stone. I believe that fixes the problem of the villagers who have been in a deep sleep, but instead now puts the problem of them all being set in stone, because she believes that the only way of fixing all of the problems is for Levant to succeed in his mission and become the Cocoon Master. So basically she takes matters into her own hands and says, "You know what, screw you guys, Levant's the only one who can fix this, so I'm going to make sure he's the only one who can fix this by turning you all into stone." So it's now up to Levant to complete his mission in order to save the village. Mabu has transformed herself into her cocoon form. She's very weak. She needs to stay in her cocoon form. Garai is now a spirit, so comes to us to tell us what to do next. We now take Nagi with us. Hey, happy dude. Whoa, that's a wild YouTube happy dude. That's not a Twitch happy dude. So now we are going to head to the final of the main 4 forests. We come back out of the spider forest gate because the warp never actually concluded. And head into, yeah. Now I can never remember whether I'm supposed to do an element transition or not. I did screw up moving through quickly, so I think the answer is no. No, that is the correct minion that I want to encounter. Before we do anything else, though, we do want to use use this sleep spore that's going to put every minion to sleep. So we're going to get into a fight with this one because we need to get into a fight with this Shulia. Because we need I'm going to use Agni Seals 2 because we need to start training our minions. So it's going to do some that did a lot of damage. That was nasty. I've got no healing. I forgot to crap. I forgot to equip
Snake.
I'm dead, aren't
Do you
I?
like my sunglasses?
Hey, Deagle.
You point a weapon at your own brother?
Oh, no.
You came
Okay.
in handy as bait.
I forgot to equip Recalc's garb. I knew there was something else to do in that menu. So I'm going to equip it now. So Recalc's garb has much better stats. I'm now purple. I've still got 2 Agnes Seal 1. I'm just going to have to use them and just hope for the best. We're not going to have enough money, but last time we did a run where I didn't have enough money, I managed to deal with it. So we'll just go for it. No, this is now an Asher. The elements have transitioned. I may have screwed this one up. There's always one thing that I forget. And I'm just getting destroyed by this Asher. Oh, and it will not let me leave. There's always one little thing I forget which completely ruins everything. Gonna go in here, grab the items of this chest. And I want to go through here. No, I don't. I still need to fight. Oh, no, I didn't want to fight this thing. Go away. Didn't realize it moved back. I think I'm dead again. It's going to attack and I'm going to die. Oh, it's going to poison me. Yeah, this run's over. We're going to have to restart. Oh, it just will not let me retreat. I don't think I've ever fought one of these. Poison's going to kill me. Yeah, unfortunately, we are going to call time on that one. Oh, there's always one thing that I forget, and it could... It's the thing with this speed run is, like, the tiniest little mistake can just destroy the entire run. It's not so much tiny mistakes can lose you loads of time. It can destroy a run. It's very... Unless I can get really consistent at not failing runs, I'm gonna have to save the game during my speedrunizer run, because otherwise I'm gonna do something stupid and completely destroy it. Oh dear. All right. Well, before we move on, then, a few notes then before we move on. First of all, as I'm just gonna... Okay, apparently I'm gonna reset it. Never mind. I was just gonna pause it, but I hit the reset button instead. As OG Happy Dude is in the chat on YouTube, want to give a shout out. Congratulations to OG Happy Dude for getting into SGDQ. If you're on Blue Sky, there is a wonderful clip of Happy Dude seeing the schedule live on his stream, and he was like over there. You were almost in tears. Yeah. Happy Dude's going to be running one of the Turtles. Is it Turtles in Time? I think it's Turtles in Time. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome run to watch. We don't know what time yet because I don't think the schedule's been released. It's just the games list has been released at this time. But yeah, absolutely psyched for Happy Dude's been trying for quite a few years to get in. And I'm really pleased to see him get. As you may have realised, because I haven't said much about it, I didn't get in. But apparently the number of remote runners getting in this time was extremely low, which kind of leads to the point is like, what's even the point now? Except if America keeps getting really fucked up, it's more likely that there's going to be more remote runners in the future. I don't want to travel to America right now. That's a terrible idea. So yeah, I already know people who are going, who are a little worried, and they're like already double checking, triple checking what they need to do and stuff, because they don't want to get sent to El Salvador. Or Alcatraz, because apparently it was either today or yesterday, Trump wants to reopen Alcatraz. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. I know he said he wanted to open some prison. I'm pretty sure it was Alcatraz. Very, very strange. Then again, on our side of the pond, on our side of the pond, we had local elections on Thursday. And the Reform Party had the largest number of gains. Basically, the way of looking at it is anyone who previously voted Conservative or Tory in the previous council elections changed their vote to Reform. And that's basically it. It was more another rejection of the Conservatives more than going towards Reform. Is kind of those people don't feel like they have anywhere else to go, so they turn to Reform, and it's really annoying because you see that Canada's just had their big election, and their Liberal Party won in a landslide. It was looking really bad, and then as a sort of response to Trump's conservatism, they've overwhelmingly voted Liberal. Australia's just done the same. They've overwhelmingly voted Liberal. And again, all of the news stories are saying that this is all sort of anti-Trump in response to Trump's devastating conservative leadership in America. So what does the UK do? Oh, we better vote fucking right-wing, ain't we? Get them right-wing councillors in. Fucking morons. Yeah, UKIP 2.0 is basically all the Reform Party is. Said it once. I've said it a number of times, and I'll continue to say it. Nigel Farage will never receive the punishment he deserves for the amount of damage that he's done to this country. It's just I just don't understand it, because all these people voting Tory, everyone, like, voting Reform. People who even people who voted for Brexit in this country, everyone agrees that Brexit has been a fucking disaster, like everyone was told it was going to be. So what do all these people do? Oh, let's vote for the party headed up by the guy who fucking spearheaded it. Like, for fuck's sake, Britain. This country's just such a piece of shit. Oh, dear. And it is kind of a fucking wake-up call to Starmer. Get your fucking act sorted. Sort out your party, sort out your government, and get it done. If in 4 years' time we're either back with the Conservatives, or if hell freezes over and we have a freaking Reform majority, then it's Starmer's fault, because we shouldn't be getting to that state. Anyway, outside of that, some good news. Let's have some good news instead. Today, I had two work presentations today. I went in a shirt and suit jacket today. I had two presentations. I had one in front of the whole office, because this Thursday is Grocery Aid Day. I work in the grocery industry. I work in the convenience industry, which is sort of part of the grocery industry. And this Thursday is Grocery Aid Day, which is a charity that works for the grocery industry, providing support, financial, emotional, and practical support for people who work in the grocery industry. So they can support me if I ever have any difficulties. And Thursday is their big National Day of Awareness. Tuesdays are the day where most people are in our office. So today I talked about that to the office, because I'm one of the representatives for Grocery Aid from my office. Sort of talked about that, and it was great. Apart from the video didn't have any sound, because our area for doing presentations just never works. For doing office briefings, it's just, I don't know. So the IT guys couldn't get the sound to work, so I sort of skipped over that bit. But I delivered that successfully. Everyone seemed happy. We took a selfie in the foyer, or waving leaflets around. So we'll share that on social media and be like, yeah, we support Grocery Aid, which is fantastic. But more importantly, I delivered a presentation right at the end of my day to a director, the head of HR, and another member of the trading team, because the company that I work for, again, as I normally do, I withhold the name of my car. I don't want the company name associated with the stream, so I try and keep them separated. I used to work for the Entertainer. I'll slag them off as much as I like on stream. Can't do anything to me now. But no, the company that I do work for, their international branch every year holds what's called the Future Leaders Program, where a number of people from various areas of the international community are invited along, and they're looking to train and do workshops, and it's a whole program for people that are seen as future leaders. So, you know, people who are potentially who could go up into management, or who could eventually lead the company someday. And I have applied for this. I've said before that my line manager is leaving. I'm still waiting to hear whether I'm going to take on a line manager position. But now was absolutely the right opportunity for me to put myself forward for the Future Leaders Program. It would mean I spend a week in Italy with people from across the international community. So lots of different countries coming together, lots of workshops and team building exercises and stuff like that. And yeah, it'd be fantastic. I understand that 8 people have applied and our office gets to send 2 people. So I have a 25% chance of, I have a 25% chance of being one of those people, except for the fact that we've all given presentations. So it's all sort of based on that. I thought my presentation went really well. I really enjoyed it. The feedback I got was really nice, very encouraging stuff. To the director that I was presenting to, sort of really took a shine to what I was saying, and liked me as a. I know this director. We've chatted loads before this. This is our first meeting. We've had lots of chats in the past. But sort of really encouraging about pushing me to try and take more interest in sort of roles that come up within the company. And actually the things I was talking about suggested that I actually come across as someone who would be a good project manager, which, considering the work that I've done for Pixel Perfect, considering the work I've done with speedrun marathons, which I talked about in my presentation, that kind of actually fits. I'm not really. I sort of considered that that's where my skill set and where my ambition kind of goes, but I hadn't actually put the project manager label on it. So it gives me a bit more of a thought process. And yeah, I mean, as I say, you've only got to look at the work that I've done with, as I say, previously with Pixel Perfect before that disbanded, but with other organizations, what I'm doing with Speedrun Tools UK. I talked about all of this in my presentation as well. And yeah, it does kind of make sense. So I will hear tomorrow. I should hear before the end of tomorrow. So I won't spoil it. I won't say anything. I won't message in Discord or on Blue Sky or anything. I will save the news for Thursday's stream. So on Thursday's stream, I will let you know whether I've got in and whether I get to go to Italy for a week in Spain. With Italy for a week in June. I don't know why I said Italy for a week in Spain. Italy for a week in June. It's Spain on my mind for some bizarre reason. But yeah, if I do, it'd be really exciting. And say, if I do get this line manager position as well, fantastic training, a real good start to that area. But if I don't get it, the sort of discussions that I had with this director and with the head of HR, I think there's definitely room for us talking about progression and what to do next and where I can go and things like that. And I think there certainly seems to be a keenness for me to do something more and sort of progress further, which is great because it's the kind of feeling that I never got from my old fucking job, which is why I got this job, because no one in my old job fucking gave a shit. So yeah, it's really nice to be part of a company where there's people, as I say, this is the head of HR, a director of the company taking interest in me and my progress, and that's something you don't always get, which is really nice. So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. As I say, I'll make the announcement on Thursday whether I get it or not. Yeah, I think that's. Oh, we've just had bank holiday weekend. We all had a We all had a fantastic weekend here. So 3 days with Heidi and Alex. On the Saturday, we went to... Where did we go on Saturday? Say again? Oh, we went to soft play on Saturday morning, and then and then we go to town Saturday afternoon. All 3 days have kind of blurred a little, apart from Monday. We just stay at home on Saturday afternoon. No, we went to the park. Oh no, we went to the park. We went to the park to play on Saturday afternoon. Sunday, Alex had swimming in the morning, so I took him swimming. And then in the afternoon, we went into town and just had a nice sort of wander around, and that was quite nice. But yesterday, Bank Holiday Monday, we went to Woburn Safari Park, which Heidi and I actually went to a few years ago on our own. So it was nice to take Alex. We went around the walking zoo bit, and Alex got to see all the the animals there. He loved the penguins. He loved the sea lions. Loved the bubbles that were at the sea lions bit. And we also got to go around they have a drive-through safari, so went through there. He saw rhinos, and he can say elephant pretty well. Giraffes and lions. There's a huge queue for the lions. Big queue going through the monkey section, the monkeys on cars. Luckily, no monkeys on our car, which was nice. We bought him a frog. From the gift shop. He said ribbit in. Heidi said he said ribbit in bed tonight. That's because I taught him to say ribbit. I taught him to say I bounced the frog and went ribbit, ribbit, and he was going ribbit, ribbit. So yeah, he loves that little frog. Trying to get him to call it Kerry. Kerry the keratin. But he seems to have taken a liking for frogs. He's got a couple of books where there are frogs in them, and he tends to go to in the soft play that we take him to, there's like a sensory room, and on one of the walls is a bunch of different doors with different styles of locks. So there's like one which is a bolt lock, and there's one which is a chain. It's just so they can touch and feel and do different ones. And behind each door is a number of animals. There's like one lion behind the first one, and 2 dogs behind the second one, 3. Yeah. And the number 5 one has got 5 frogs behind it. And every time he goes into that section, he goes straight to, we just call it frog door. He goes straight to frog door, opens it up, and likes the frogs. And when he's got books that they've got frogs in him, he turns to the frog page first and pulls the flap, sees the frog, and we're like, okay, he seems to really like frogs, so we got him a cuddly frog, and he loves it. But the creme de la creme, the best part of the day, was right at the start. We went, we skipped the road safari, went straight in so we could find out what time everything was going on. We went and had a quick playing the soft play first, which was nice and quiet at that time in the morning. But then 11:30, got in the queue, went inside, queued up. He was very excited because he could see her right at the front. We met and had photos with Bluey. The main reason we chose to go to Woburn yesterday was because they had a Bluey character visit. Obviously it's a person dressed in a costume. I just like, don't say that. Spoil the magic for her. I've done it myself. I when I used to work in one of the Entertainer stores, I did a whole day dressed as the Lego lion from the Lego Chima series, I think it was. I can't remember exactly what it was. It's hard work, but a lot of fun. We got photos. I posted a picture of just me and Bluey cutting out Heidi and Alex. We got to meet Bluey, and that was fun. And he was like two kids before him in line, and Alex was already trying to run over and give Bluey hugs, and it was awesome. It was great. That was my bank. I hope everyone else had a if you're in the UK, if you had a nice bank holiday weekend. If you're not in the UK and you didn't have a bank holiday weekend, I hope you still had a nice weekend. Oh, they are super hot. When I did mine, I bought a platypus, which is a water bag that you carry, and it has like a little pipe that you can, you just sort of, you attach it to your hiking bag, and you just have a drink, put it away. But obviously my hands were out in big Lego hands with a big sword, and I couldn't I couldn't grab it whilst I was in it. So basically, I still wore it, and when I went out for breaks, rather than getting out of the whole costume or getting someone to get me a drink, I then just had a drink from it there. Yeah, they were hard. It was a really hot day when I did it. I mean, this is going back. Oh, this is going back 10 years probably. Last time I did it. But yeah, a lot of fun. Really, really enjoy. It's, you know, there's nothing greater. In that sense of, you know, being in one of those costumes, turning around, seeing a child just sort of look up at you, go, ah, run over and give you a massive hug. It's like, it's just, you know, that knowing that you're bringing that sort of level of joy to children in that way is just magical. So in, you know, in contrast, being a parent and seeing my own child seeing that costume and being excited, it's very, 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 very fun. Very nice experience. Yeah. I hope you all had lovely weekends as well. Mine was better because I saw Bluey. Anyway, let's start a new run of Jade Cocoon because we really, really need to get that sub-55. So let's go for it. This is going to be a speedrun of Jade Cocoon Story of the Tamamayu. I am running this on DuckStation, which is not the emulator that has traditionally been used for running Jade Cocoon. I believe that's been just called PSX, which I don't actually recognize. But the reason for the emulator that's been used in the past is because it has had faster loading times. And so therefore, what I've done is I'm using the same settings that Metal Gear Solid emulation runs uses, because for that game, I say we because I run it myself, we specifically set the emulator to try and copy the fast loading or fast disk speed that you'd get from playing a PS1 game on PlayStation 2, or playing it on a PS TV, PSP, PS Vita. So I'm hoping that this is going to be acceptable. So if, you know, I'm hoping verifiers are watching this and seeing what I'm doing. So the only settings that are changed is in CPU emulation. We enable clock speed control and overclock it to 600%. This does not speed up the game. This is not frame skipping. This is not speeding up the game. This is speeding up the emulation, the actual compiling. As I say, recompiler. It's speeding up the actual emulation system. And then we also speed up the CD-ROM emulations. The actual loading of the virtual CD-ROM is sped up. So instead of being double speed none, we go to 2 times quad speed, and the seek speed up goes from none normal speed to times 10. So as I say, this is supposed to copy the fast disk speed you'd expect from a PS2, PlayStation Vita. I hope this is something that would be acceptable for speedrunning this game in the future. I suppose the best thing to do would be to compare my loading times with loading times of runs on the board and sort of see if they match. But I want to do this because DuckStation is the most up-to-date PlayStation 1 emulator. It's highly regarded as a fantastic PS1 emulator. And I think it'd be better. I really don't want to have to download another emulator just to play this game. So we'll see. As I say, we'll see if if this run does go through, if a verifier says yeah that works, we'll allow that. And set our options. The next option screen is going to be the color of the menu. So if you'd like to see a different color other than blue, shout it out. We've got blue, green, purple, and orange. I will accept whichever the first answer is. We'll keep animation cut on, turn speech off, and turn magic effects and capture effects off. Tom has said green, so we will go with green. Jade, if you like. It's a bit like Jade. And we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Start.
We start with 10 minutes of button mashing. We are called Levanton. Levanton. Because I kept mashing, I was mashing X instead of start. So we go into our opening cutscene. start mashing X. As here we meet our protagonist, Lavon. I don't know if that's going to cause any problems, actually. If, like, is that going to give me, like, more dialogue? I don't know. I've done it now. We're just going to have to go for it and see what happens. We're going to go home. We're going to have a chat with Mother. And Mother's going to tell us it's the festival tomorrow. We're going to leave early, so we better go to bed. So we're going to go to bed. Unfortunately, Levant suffers from nightmares. Full of it's full of self-doubt, and also this is about his dad running away and leaving him and his mother. His father was the cocoon master in the village, and since he's run away, it's now the expectation that that Levant will become the cocoon master for the village instead. But he's full of self-doubt. Look at him. It's very sad. Sad little boy. He's not a little boy, though. That's his girlfriend, Marbu. And in about 5 minutes, they're going to get married. It's going to run forwards. So, and then Louis is going to come. Louis is this little brat who's like, oh, you shouldn't be the cocoon master. I should be. Basically, Louis' argument is you shouldn't be the cocoon master just because your dad was. We now encounter the Dream Man. The Dream Man is going to he's going to attack us, so we're going to attack him back. Levant. He's going to summon his minion. His minion's name? Minion. Why Dream Man's minion is called Minion and doesn't actually have a name? It's funny because, spoiler alert, the final boss is Dream Man, and he does summon a minion that has a name, and it's not this dragon. So we lose this fight, but that's fine. This is a fight we are expected to lose. Don't worry that I'm a minute ahead already. That's just because I forgot to split during my my PV. We're going to try and head out the door, but oh no! Kaldamar's come to tell us that the village is under attack by demons and Marbu's still out at the watchtower. Oh no, she's going to get attacked by demons. I don't know why I said it like that. She's gonna get attacked by demons. Here they come, flying through the air with the evil spores. Gonna put the village to sleep now, baby. Oh, what's this? Garai is a witch. She's gonna cast a spell to dispel all the demons. A big green spell gets rid of the demons. Oh no, the villagers still got put to sleep. I'm gonna stop. I know I'm gonna take a drink to force myself to stop this song. I'm gonna be shadow releasing it next Thursday. So the chieftain gathers his chief advisor and Garai together to decide what to do about the villagers who have been put to sleep. Garai explains that they should send their new cocoon master out into the forests, so that he can find the herb that will produce the powder that will heal the villagers. And the advisor's like, I don't like this idea. So the chieftain agrees, thinks it's a good idea. So he brings Levant together with Marbu so they can get married. The only way he can become a cocoon master is to marry a Nagi girl, which is what Marbu is, and Garai is. Garai's a Nagi witch or Nagi mage. So whilst Levant goes out into the forests and fights and catches minions and stuff, Marbu will do his magic. She will heal him. She will purify his cocoon so that he can use them as his own and that sort of stuff. So they're now married. And they're here to do that, you know, that thing you do on your wedding night where you have a chat, get chastised by a little boy, and then go and sleep in separate beds. I can't remember what age rating this game is. So, Levant knows he's got a big day ahead of him. So, best get to bed. He has even worse night's sleep tonight. Wahoo! And roll. Now he's like, oh. Now he's just like concerned because he's, you know, he's being sent out into the forest. He's got married at a young age. He's now being sent out into the forest. The whole of the village's fate rests on his shoulders. That's an incredible responsibility for a young man his age. His dream man. Dream man sends a Patimel to attack, but this time we're going to kick its ass. It's going to attack. We're just going to keep attacking it back as fast as we can. I do want the Patamel to just attack us. There we go, because that's faster than its magic attack. There we go. So we defeat the Patamel, or whatever, however that's pronounced. I'm probably butchering that. And now the Dream Man attacks. I mean, sorry. And now Dream Man attacks. So we're going to give him a slap. He's going to summon his minion called Minion. And hopefully we're going to... Yeah, the front flip. I love that the dragon... we use a dragon as well called Arpatron. And yeah, the dragon's basic attack is a front flip. There's a horn attack. And it's probably going to finish me with its giant fire blasts. Caw-caw! And again, that was another scripted defeat. Dream Man fades away. We now will not see Dream Man again until the end of the game, where he is the final boss. And our father... Spoiler alert. Levanto! Wake up, Levanto! We better get going. We're the Cocoon Master now. So we're going to head over to Garai's house. She's going to sort of explain what to do, which is go to the Beetle Forest, meet up with the Blue Cocoon Master, see what he knows about this herb, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to head off. Before we can go, Marbu's going to give us some tears, which I can't actually remember what they do. Oh, I think the tears, like, if we die, we like escape. Oh, I don't want to go there. I want to go to the watchtower. We need to get the beetle key off of Louis. We have to try and sort of bring Louis over to our side a little bit. He doesn't like us. And now we can head off to the forest gates. Louis follows us because he's kind of had a bit of a change of heart. He's kind of realised, you know what, actually, maybe you're not so bad. You've had this responsibility thrust onto you. And I'll lead you down to the barrier gates. You know where you're going. Here it is. Off you go. Don't die. And that's it. We never speak to Louis or the other guy again. We're going to head into the Beetle Forest. We use the Beetle Key, and we need to search for the Blue Cocoon Master. Oh, he's right there. So we have a chat with the Blue Cocoon Master. We play our flutes to tell him that we're the new Cocoon Master. He's like, oh, I see. You're the new Cocoon Master. I knew your father. He was a Cocoon Master. Well, I feel really guilty if I didn't try and help you out since, you know, I knew your father. So I better help you out. So he's our tutorial guy. We are only going to learn one bit of the tutorial, which is capturing. So we're going to attack this Arbitron. And then he's going to tell us to capture it. This is guaranteed capture, and this is going to be one of the 2 2 minions that we capture and use throughout the game. We're going to capture it now. We're not going to use it for another 10, 20 minutes. There we go. Captured. Yeah. There we go. And now we're going to say goodbye and head off into the forest. The Blue Cocoon Master is going to tell us more, but he wants us to prove ourselves first. So he's expecting us to go off into the forest and find his cabin. If we can prove that we are worthy to get through the forest and find him in his cabin, then he'll tell us more. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that the way that speedrunners know how, and that's by cheating. I'm going to try and get past that one. Yes, nice. We're going to use what's called the Hunter's Warp. So we have an item on us called the Hunter's Earring. I'm going to use that now. Which the Hunter's Earring is kind of like an escape rope. It's supposed to take us back to the barrier gate. But because I used it as I went into a loading transition, so as you use it, Levant plays an animation where he like lunges forwards. He lunged forwards into a loading zone. And that does an unintended warp. And that one happens to warp us straight to the Blue Cocoon Master's lodge. So we go back to the village, explain what we found out. We need to head to the next forest, the Dragonfly Forest. From the Dragonfly Forest, we are gonna hopefully find out more from a Birdman about the herb and powder that we're seeking. So we're now going to head into the Dragonfly Forest. But before we can do anything else in the Dragonfly Forest, we do need to capture our second minion, which is a Mardreg. We need to do a load transition here. So I moved into the loading area, moved back out and back in again. That transitions the elements. So this is a yellow Mardreg instead of a green, whatever the green ones are called. So we now need to capture this one. Its capture level is 3 and we only have a capture level of 1. So there is a chance that this capture could fail. We do have to sort of play this a little bit safe. I'm just going to attack it over and over again until its health gets into the red. Goes. Attack. 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 One more attack, it'll be in the reds. There we go. And now we want to try and capture it. But first, I'm going to heal just to be on the safe side. I forgot to go to the shop. Always something I forget. So we'll try and capture it. And then I'm going to run to the shop. I think. Yeah, I do need those Meta Mugworts. Oh, the capture fails. Okay. Try again. Yay! Okay, second time's the charm. Doodle-diddle-doo. I'm not going to split here because I've forgotten to shop. So I'm going to go quickly run back to the shop and we'll split when we get back to here. I should have just used the Hunter's... I don't know why I ran back. I should have just used the Hunter's Warp. Luckily, we don't have to do the big run back through like all the lanes. We just go to here and now we go back. So quickly pop to the town shop. Want to sell this Valerian powder. I want to buy 2 of these and 1 of these. Forest gates, and we can go straight to the Dragonfly Forest here. So yeah, we're only a little bit behind, but I'll catch that time up later. Okay, and we can split here. Try and get past. So you see that this one's now green. It's a turf raid, so the elements have switched again. But that's fine. We don't need to worry about the elements being incorrect now. There are times later on where we're going to want the elements to be correct because of elemental advantages. Hopefully get past that one. Nice. I'm going to grab this skeleton key. Get past that one. A skeleton key is just a key that will open a chest. Every skeleton key is the same. Every chest is the same. But we want to obviously open a specific chest. There's going to be one in a couple of rooms' time. Oh. Through here. Go past this dude into the chest. So there's a load of magic items in there. And we're going to use those magic items on the first boss, which is Kickenack, the bird man that we've been sent out to seek. Around here. Hopefully, if that thing moves... Nope, that thing's not going to move forwards. Fine. Just retreats. Lovely. I'm very glad that that retreat was successful. We want to do a hunter's warp here. We're going to run into the room, back out again, and now I can set it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a bit. We want to use the mugworts that I've got to heal. We want to equip the silver crown because that gives me more magic damage. I use the hunter's earring. We should warp to the end of the dragonfly forest, which we have. Turn around. Down here, want to grab... That's some sleep spores. I want to try and grab those. Got to be very careful here. There we go. Because the boss fight starts immediately after it. So this is Kickenack. He knows the secret of the cannabis powder that we're searching for. So we're going to get into a fight with him because he wants us to prove ourselves. So we're going to use the magic items that we picked up. 3 Agni Seal 1, 1 Agni Seal 2, and I am going to have to heal in the middle of this fight as well. Attack him again. He's probably going to attack again. So now I'm going to heal. This is why I saved the meta mugworts for now. Back up. Should be enough. I should now be able to finish him off. So I'm going to seal 1. Bam. I'll finish him off with an Agni Seal 2. Kablamo. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Nice, already saved a nice chunk of time. We ask him about the cannabis herb, and he gives us the powder, and he gives us the spider key as well. He's like, later, we're friends now. It's true, we are. Skip over that cutscene. Let's more mash him. So we get back to Gero's house, tell her about the cannabis powder that we got. She's like, yeah, this is what we need, but there's not enough here to save the whole village. So you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go to the spider forest and see if you can find the actual powder. So that's where we're gonna go next. Forest Gate, Barrier Gate, and to the spider forest. Spider Forest, my favourite forest, because it's got the funkiest music. Hopefully that's set up correctly. I'm going to use my other meta. And Hunt's Earring Warp. Yep, that's worked. Tell because the music didn't change. Get past that monster without it attacking. Don't think I'm going to get past. I didn't think I was going to get past that one. Let's try and retreat from these. Success. Yay, lovely. Successful retreat. Keep running. There's going to be a key here, which we're going to need for the next the next forest. We're nearly done with this forest. Spider forest is really fast. We've got these little minions here. We're going to turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4. They only move. They're like weeping angels from Doctor Who. They only move when we look at them. So this one, there's another one here. I should be able to get past him without triggering a fight. Excellent. And that's the spider forest complete. So we get to the end of the spider forest. Levant finds this big magic tree. This bit I've never really understood. But he finds this big magic, like, mushroom tree. There it is. Which seems to be, like, the source of... this is where we... This is kind of where the final boss fight takes place as well. But later. Yeah, I don't quite understand what happens here. It's like... The tree's now chosen us as the champion of light, I think. I think that's what that is, and now everything's dark, because everything's about to go to shit. And then this little dude comes over and he's like, what are you doing? The humans shouldn't be here. You ruin everything. Humans only destroy. Go away. And then he disappears. And now, yeah, everything sort of goes to shit. Basically, the chief advisor to the village arrests Garai because he thinks that she's a witch and thinks that she's a reincarnation of a goddess and she's going to destroy the village. She reveals that she is a reincarnation of the goddess he's thinking of, but she only means good. But yeah, she's going to punish him and the village. We now want to equip the cocoons that we've collected. So we're going to equip Arbitron and Mardrag. We've now been healed as well. And we can go. We're going to go to the chieftain's estate. Take a right here. So here, this is where the chief advisor, Jabara, taking Garai. He wants to sacrifice her, thinking that that will heal the village. She sacrifices herself. Turns all of the village into stone, thus sealing the fate of the village squarely in Levant's hands. So Levant is now the only person that can save the village, because she knows that Levant must become the Cocoon Master and fulfill his destiny, and that's the only way that the world will be good again. Something along those lines. I don't know. It's a weird anime story. Gonna go back to Garai's house. Gonna run past Stone Guy. We'll go back in. Find that Garai's obviously gone because she's sacrificed herself. There's a cocoon on the floor. Or there's a cocoon here. I don't know. Mabu, as a Nagi witch, has reverted to her cocoon form. And we can now carry her with us, but she's like very, very weak. She can't stay like this forever. Garai is a spirit now, so she comes back and still guides us as a spirit. Nagi goes back to her cocoon, into her cocoon, so that we can carry her around. And she kind of essentially becomes... Hey, listen. What the bloody hell's the fairy from... Wish you luck, Levant. So we now need to go to the final forest. Navi, thank you. So now I need to go to the final forest and remember to do stuff this time. Okay, now we may need to do an elemental transition here. I'm not sure. I'm going to go over, grab this stuff. I'm going to wait. There should be a monster that approaches from the right. That is the correct monster. Right, so I need to use a sleep spore. I need to equip Rikex's garb. That's where I went wrong last time. Oh. And fight this monster. So we're now in training mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these Agni Seals to attack this Shulia. You may notice my split's called Red Asher. I think it's because the route changed, and it is definitely this Julia I want to fight. I'm going to use 2 of these seals on it. Really knock it down a couple of pegs. And now we're just going to start slapping it. Another slap. And I think I can give it one more slap. There we go. Perfect. All the way down to there. And now we want to summon, before we die, we're going to summon Mardreg. Probably could have gotten away with one less attack. But Mardreg's now going to attack it. And Mardreg is now going to level up. Now, whenever your minion defeats a monster, that is a higher level than it, your minion automatically levels up to the same level. So my level 3 Mardreg just defeated, got the final blow on a level 10 Julia. So as a result, immediately leveled up to level 10. Oh, just missed that encounter. That was nice. Hey, Pazzo. Oh, it's cool to... I've not yet met, apart from the runner who's set me this game. I've not yet met anyone who's played this game. So we're now going to go to our second. Oh, I forgot to split again. So now I'm going to go to our next training session. But before we do need to use a bitter mugwort on Levant. And no liquors or anything, and no equips. No, we're all good. And now we're going to fight this poacher. So this poacher is going to act as our second thing to do. So we're going to summon Mardreg. Our second training session. We now need to level up our patron as well. So we're going to summon Mardreg. We're going to do a special attack on the poacher. Bam. He's going to summon his minion, which is a Gigoat. His Gigo is an earth creature. We're an air creature. We have an elemental advantage over it. It's a bit like rock, paper, scissors. It goes around in a circle. So I'm just going to attack it again. Bam. Lovely. I'll just do a simple attack. It's dead. That's going to level Mardreg up a little bit. Poacher's back. Slap. I'm going to defend. By defending, I'm going to take less damage, but I'm also going to get some mana back so that I can do one more attack. So one more special on the poacher. Oh, that was a crit. Now I just want to keep attacking the poacher until he's really low. I think Mardreg can afford one more attack. I don't want Mardreg to die is the thing. There we go. So now I'm going to switch to Levant. It is some of the stuff that you can do with the minions, the way you mix them is really cool. We don't do any of that in a speedrun. Attack the poacher a couple of times. That should be enough. And now we're going to switch to Arpatron. Arpatron is going to get the kill on the poacher, and that's going to level Arpatron up to the poacher's the poacher doesn't actually have a level, but he's still going to level up. And that should be enough to kill. Okay, Arpatron should be able to survive a single attack. Yep. There we go. And poacher's now dead. There we go. Beautiful. Doodle-doodle-doo. There we go. The poacher runs away. We get the pooper key. And we're now going to use the hunt. This is the one and only time we use the hunter's earring for its intended purpose, rather than a fake out. We're going to go back inside straight away. Because the key that we just got is going to lead us to the Nagi Temple, which is within the Hooper area of this place. Oh, there's still another. There's an Asher here. Hopefully, we can retreat from this. So now just got to make our way through the forest again. But instead of going right here, we're going to go around this dude. And this way. We'll take a right, go in here. We want to get to that lock straight away. Put the key in. Get through the door before we get attacked. Go, 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 go. And we're through. Shh. We want to take a left here because there's a skeleton key. Gonna grab that so that I've got some spare golds or monies or what. I can't remember what the money's called in this game. Head round. We're gonna head towards this. Is the Nagi village, the Nagi temple, and this is where we're now going to go into the sort of final act of the game, where we're gonna go into the sort of dark, dream-like versions of each of the forests to defeat some bosses. We need to collect 4 different elements. We were already given one of them straight away, the water element. We're gonna go and find the earth element, the air element, and the fire element. Except we're going to skip one of them because we're speedrunners. We can do skips. So we're going to go to a nether version of the beetle forest. We're then going to go to a nether version of the dragonfly forest. We're then going to hunter's warp into the nether version of the spider forest. And that's where we will finish the game. We have a big bit of shopping to do first. And a lot of this is quite a long cutscene. There's a lot of exposition here. But basically, the Cocoon Master, the Chosen One of Light, which is what Levant has now been dubbed, needs to meet up with the Chosen One of Darkness in order to recombine the 2 dragons and save the world. Something like that. I did go through this speedrun and read all of the text and watch all of the cutscenes, and I still didn't understand it. I just had a notification on on my Bo Biscuit video. So someone really recently commented on my Bo Biscuit video. Is it weird? There's always quite a few of these comments which is, oh, this isn't new. Bob hasn't discovered this. I did this back when I was 10. I just never said anything about it. So I made like a response. I made a response that said, cool story, bro. And someone's just commented, the notification won't leave my computer, saying, I actually discovered it in 1999 too, a day before you did. every speedrun trick gets something like that. Like, oh, this isn't new. I've known about this for years. Like, cool. You ever fucking told anybody about it? A discovery is just that. A discovery is making something known to a wider audience. It's like, you know, animals are discovered all the time. That doesn't mean that they weren't already there. I know, it's funny. I think it's funny. There's a notification just isn't Lee. I'm going to have to keep mashing with one button so I can click with another. Right, so this is the elder of the Nagi village. These are 2 maidens who manage the shop and the magic. We are going to need to talk to the shop one. We've got the jewel of water. And now we've got some shopping to do. This is our big shop to prep for the rest of the game. So I'm going to pop into here. Hope I can remember it all. So I actually want to ask about supplies first. So we need to sell everything. Sell nearly everything. That is the best one. 2 of those. Excellent liquors we're not going to sell. Right, we now need to buy 6 of these. 4 of these. 2 Mirror of Davas. and 4 sleep spores. I've got enough money, that's fine. We're good. Ask about weapons. I'm going to buy little birds. And I do want to ready it now. I want to buy some... I want to buy other... I want to buy this sparrow ruff. And I do want to ready it now. And that's it. Shopping complete. Oh, helps if I actually leave. Cool. And now we're going to head through the white dragon door. We head through the white dragon door into the nether beetle forest. Upon getting in, immediately going to go into the menu. I'm going to use a meta mugwort on myself and a sleep spore, and I'm going to also organize everything. Sleep spore, we have used it once already. The sleep spores put all minions in the area to sleep for a while. It's not forever. We can't use. We are going to use a warp in here, but not there. We do also want to do some fight. We do want to fight a minion. We want to try and get Arpatron up to the next level. And this happens to be the minion that we want to fight. So I'm going to summon Arpatron. Arpatron is water, which has an advantage over fire. We want Arpatron to be level 12 before we fight the next boss. So a couple of attacks on this Patreg. Which isn't even going to do any damage to us. It changes the arena to fire, and that's it. It was level 12, Arpatron's level 11, so it instantly levels up. And now all we need to do is make our way through the nether. So we actually see a bit more of the beetle forest that we didn't see before. There is going to be a warp eventually. There we go, though. The sleep spore's just worn off. That's how long we get on it. I didn't think I was going to get past that one. Hopefully, I can retreat against this, though. Yay, beautiful. I do want to just... could do a check-in. Oh, then Arpatron's mana's good. Right, the warp is here. I want to make sure we're behind this tree and can't be seen. Hunter's earring, and this is going to warp us right to the end of the forest. Oh, turn around. I always forget that we turn around there. Go this way, and this is the Blue Cocoon Master's hut, just outside it. We never came here the first time round. So we meet up with the Blue Cocoon Master, but the Nether Blue Cocoon Master. He talks about his doubt of him being in the forest. It's like, yes, he's a Cocoon Master in the forest, but and he protects the forest, but does his very presence in the forest, fighting and keeping these minions, is that detrimental to the forest? I'm going to remember to use the Mirror of Deva on Arpatron. It's the other thing that I often forget to do. Mirror of Deva stops any elemental effects, status effects. Because this minion that the fire boss is going to bring out, which is called Tuturus, can poison us. So now I'm going to summon Arpatron. So for a little while, Arpatron will not be poisoned. And this is all Arpatron's fight, really. We're just going to keep attacking it with our war attack. Hopefully, it's going to keep attacking us. It has one attack. That's the attack that could poison us, but we're not poisoned because we've used the mirror. It does have one attack where it takes our mana away instead. And that's a right pain in the arse, because that just slows everything down. Not that one, that's good. Well, that attack's probably the best because it doesn't do that much damage. Right, I should probably switch to Levant and heal Arpatron, because this is another mistake I've made in the past where I haven't healed him. So now use this excellent liquor on Arpatron. because not only does that heal our Patron's health, it also heals all of his mana. So now we can switch back to our Patron and finish the fight. Switch back to our Patron. Water attack it. Excellent. He hasn't once used the mana draining attack. That's really nice. I'm going to special attack it just to be on the safe side. So now the fire boss is going to come out. The city only has one minion. He's now going to attack. And we're just going to continue to attack him. Bang. Slap. Slap. I'm going to slap. Let's hope this attack does enough damage. It should do. Yep, there we go. And that is the fire boss defeated. Beautiful. That is the fire boss defeated. Minute and a half ahead. So we have defeated the doubt in the Blue Cocoon Master's heart. Fire boss is defeated. Can move on to the next one. So we head back in. We should warp back in here, but we don't. So our model is currently invisible because the game thinks that our model is still in the beetle forest. Because a warp, the hunter's warp hasn't concluded yet. So we have a chat with the Nagai dude. Now the warp concludes. We get our model back, and now we're going to head straight back in. We go round that way to cut out a loading screen or transition. So we're now going into the Nether Dragonfly Forest. We're going to use the hunter's warp to skip straight into the Nether Spider Forest. So as soon as I get in, same again. I'm going to equip. We're going to use Metamugwort on Levant, Liquor on Arpatron, and a Sleep Spore. Put all of the monsters to sleep. Using that Sleep Spore is actually only, I believe, only gets us past one monster. But it's still worth it. Hopefully we're going to be able to retreat from these pretty quickly. I do believe, I don't know this for certain, but I do believe that retreating... this is the only one that Sleep Spore actually, we actually benefit from. But I do believe that Sleep Spores do give you... Because I think that one... Yeah, that one's right in the middle, so there's still nothing we can do. But I do believe that Sleep Spores give you a better chance of retreating, because I always find that my retreats are better when Sleep Spores are in play, but I could be wrong. Ow. Please retreat. Oh dear. That didn't hurt very much. Please retreat. Hey. I'm going to play this safe, use another. Really don't want to just die in here. Let's get through these. This should all seem familiar. We've ran through here before. Take a left. We are going to have to get into another encounter here. Because that thing's blocking the route. Hopefully we can just retreat from it nice and quickly. Please. Hey. And we're gonna do a warp. As I say, we're gonna do a warp into the spiders forest, but not here. It's actually gonna be the next, that doorway down there. So we're gonna take a really long spiral around here. So we all the way around. And then, nope, I went too far. Oh, I went too far again. Oh, I went too far. Come on, Nick. Oh, I always think it is really that right. That should be fine. We're all healed. Everyone's fine. Hunter's earring. Leave the forest. Should Teleport straight in. Yep, you can already hear the music. Want to do another one, but I need to check. That is a purpley like dragon there. So we're gonna do this warp here. I'm gonna double check though. This should be a very... Nope, that is the wrong color. That minion should be a different color before I warp. So I'll do another load. That should now be more of a yellowy color. That's better. That's what I'm expecting. So we warped about there. That should be it. This is gonna... Again, same as the first time we were in here. No! I couldn't have been any further forwards. Okay, so unfortunately that time the Hunter's Warp actually concluded. I don't think I could have taken another step forwards. So unfortunately we now got to do that whole route again. That was going to be the big time save of this run. And now that's not going to happen. I'm also going to get into more fights with more minions. Oh, that's really annoying. I say I'm pretty sure I made the same mistake in my PB run. That was intended to be the big time save of the run, but this one's the trickiest warp of all of the warps in the game. This one's the one that I regularly mess up. Luckily, the second time through, it's once you get past that one minion, all the other minions are out of the way, but it's still a pain. It's still a big time loss. So. There we go, that's correct. What color is this? He's still purple. Okay, I'm going to try this differently. Go in here, walk back out again. He should now be yellow. I need to keep moving. No, come on, Nick. It's taking one step too far. Yay, that's been successful. Excellent. This is perfect because we do need to fight these two guys. So I'm going to summon Mardreg first. Attack this Tragaron. Yeah, that's it, because Tragaron absolutely destroys you if you do it the other way around. There we go. So that's Mardreg leveling up. He can take the attacks from the Spiral. We summon Arpatron. The Spiral is fire, water. Oh, it dodged. That's the first miss of the game. That's crazy. First missed attack of the entire game. Bang. So that's both of them both minions leveled up just before the end. So before we do anything else, never mind. We do need to still try and get past a couple of minions. So let's go through to here. Don't get past this one. And here, I'm actually going to summon my minions because there's a good chance I die if I don't. Unfortunately, you can't retreat. But if I tried to retreat, I'd just get killed. So I'm going to have to actually attack them. Because otherwise we're just going to die. This is a bit of a waste, but I don't want to die. Luckily, I can switch without having to go to Levant. Okay, we're fine. Oh, bitch. Right, attack. There we go, good. Right, I'm going to heal everything up. So unfortunately, I'm not good. This isn't going to level me up. This isn't going to help. Oh, they both leveled up. Never mind. Okay, now we want to heal. So use Meta Mugwort on Levant. We don't need to use it again. One of them on Arpatron. One of them on Mardrag, and a Sleep Spore. Sleep Spore should get me past this one without having to be in a fight with it. Oh, except it doesn't, because I can't bloody run. Treat. Oh, come on. Oh, no, I'm gonna... Oh, come on, please retreat. Otherwise, I'm dead. Thank Christ. How many... Okay, I'm fine. I've got enough to finish the game. Right, that's it. We are done with traversal and everything. We now have 2 boss fights left, and that's it. And both boss fights take place here. As soon as the Earth boss is defeated, we move straight onto the Chosen One. But at this point, there's a good chance that this isn't going to be a PB. Just because of that ending. It's just this one little section is the bit that's really still causing. The problem is this isn't run it like some of the other mistakes towards the start. This is never run ending. It's just really, really time consuming when things go wrong like this. As this is now a fight completely for Mardrag. So once again, we're going to use a Mirror of Deva, but this time on Mardrag, so that he can't be elemental. He can't be affected by the elements. We summon Mardrag. The Earth Boss is going to summon his monster, Delphanel. And we're just going to start attacking it. Now, every time Delphanel stamps his feet, I'm gonna defend, because he does like a wind up before his next attack, and that next attack is absolutely devastating. But defending does get mana back, so that is useful. He's not going for it. So I need to start defending. There we go. Here's his special. So I want to defend. Now, to be honest, at this point, I'm actually going to be better switching back to Levant, healing Mardrag. Unfortunately, I'm low on heals. Should be fine. I shouldn't need one for Arpatron. Oh, this is not good though, because now I'm gonna have to summon Mardrag, and he's gonna get hit. He's gonna get hit with this stomp attack, but it should be fine. Oh, unless this horn attack finishes him off. No, it doesn't. He's gonna get hit with this stomp attack, but it's fine. Just finish Delphanel off with a normal attack. And another normal attack. There we go. Because now we've got mana to finish off the Earth Boss. Ow. Ow. Can I even finish him off with Mardrag? Yes, I can. Yeah, that's not going to kill me. And this should kill him. Oh, oh, I get one more. Yes! I was faster than him. I got one more attack. All right, I got to be careful here because I now need to make sure that I use this excellent liquor on Mardreg, because otherwise we are screwed. Because we now go straight into the final battle. It's the only opportunity we get to heal. And as you can see, I'm 11 seconds behind. So the only way this is going to be a PB is if this boss fight goes really well. Oh, a minute and a half ahead, and I lose it to frickin' getting caught by monsters, and also still not being able to get through into Spider Forest in one go. I've got to stick to doing that bit that one way that I do it. It is chosen one time. We are the chosen one of light. We're going to come across the chosen one of darkness. We've now got the jewel of the earth. We're going to present the jewel of water, the jewel of fire, and the jewel of air that we definitely collected. Yes, we did. Remember that boss fight where we fought the air demon and killed it? The air boss? Yeah, we did that. I'm mashing. There's nothing to mash here. Here he comes. A dream man. Father! It's Dad. Now we must fight in order to combine. I don't know. I don't understand the story. We don't need to use a Mirror of David this time. We just need to fight. So he brings out Kashidra, and his Kashidra is special because it can change elements. So it starts out as Earth, so we have an advantage over it if we use Mardreg. It's faster than Mardreg, so it gets 2 attacks in. It's now going to change to air, so it changes the arena to air, which gives Mardreg a boost. We don't have an elemental. Yeah, Mardreg dodge. Good boy. We don't have an elemental advantage over it anymore. Now change to fire, which it now has an advantage. So we're going to switch to Wild Patron. Water has an advantage over fire. And ideally now, the best thing that could happen here is that we defeat Kashidra just as he switches to water. It's looking good for it. You should switch to water now. Excellent. As long as this attack hits, this is going to be a really fast final boss. Don't heal. He hasn't healed. Wonderful. Brilliant. This is perfect because now that the arena is water, as long as I don't get killed by because the arena's water, we still have an elemental advantage. And we can finish him in 2 hits as long as this hits. No, it's not time. Bloody hell, he's on 1 health. That's fine. We can still finish. Summon Mardreg because we will not do enough damage to him. This is going to be a PB. That should have finished him. Done. By 12 seconds, 59:23. It is a PB. But bloody it should have been better. It should have been so much better. Ah! 12 seconds in the end. That's all that was saved. But it is a PB. You can't deny that it is a PB. I've just got to fix the approach. I've just got to fix the Earth boss split. As soon as I fix the Earth boss split, this run comes down towards 55 minutes, and that's what we need. I forgot to go to the shop before Mardreg, so there's that. I'm just going to skip through all these so we get to the final cutscene because they have a proper jam session and it's pretty cool. Hey, at least another stream, another PB. At least it's progress. I'm slowly remembering things. There's just so, that's the thing with this game. There's not that much mechanical skill. There's very little mechanical skill. The most mechanical skill in the game is avoiding monsters so you don't get into loads of encounters. Just the sort of general movement and being able to pull off the being in the right position to pull off the hunter's walk. That's the mechanical skill. The rest of it is just knowledge, and there's so much knowledge in this run. And you get that a lot with speedruns. Some speedruns are very sort of high skill, high mechanics, but there are some speedruns that are just about the knowledge, about knowing what to do. You know, I did Pokemon Fire Red, and that was very much trying to remember everything. You get some that are a bit more of a mixture of both. I think Ghost Babel, Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel, is a good example of one that is a lot of mechanical skill and a lot of knowledge. Yeah, and then the dragons like go, rah! Now they're together. Woo! Stuff happened. Ugh. I'm not going to submit this. I will submit the moment I get a run where I get through to the Earth boss in one go. So much else in this run went really, really well. You can see there's a bunch of gold splits. We're 1 minute 31 ahead coming out of Fire Boss. Absolutely fantastic up until that point. Just that one point. I'm so much better at the Hunter's Warp going into that loading zone rather than doing it on the other side.
By the twin dragons of Kemuel. The chosen ones of light and darkness shall meet.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop going through to the other side. But I also need to there's two Hunter's Warps going through the one going from Dragonfly into Spider. I keep messing that up. I'm going to keep having to walk backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And then obviously the main one that causes me so much problem is the one to warp through Spider Forest. There you go. That's Jade Cocoon. Actually on my I've been playing this on my phone to practice, but actually following it, there is post-game there is post-game content for this. You go through I think it's called the Endless Forest or the Infinite Forest. I can't remember. Basically, you just keep running and running and running through endless loops of forest, coming across higher, bigger, badder monsters to try and capture and fill out your Pokedex. And so I haven't been capturing any of them. I've just been, because my capture level, the problem is, but because of the speed one, I'm only capture level 3. Your capture level increases by capturing minions, and we only do it twice. So yeah, no, my capture level is still capture level 1, so there's no chance in hell I'm ever going to capture any of these big minions. So it's kind of funny just sort of running through, battling anything that I have to, and I haven't died yet, so it keeps going, but I haven't really been playing it. I've been playing since I've had to switch from my Vita to my phone, I've started playing more games on my phone again, because I found that I can easily slot my my phone's controller onto it much easier than on my old phone. So I'm currently playing through, because I've got Netflix, I have Netflix games. So I'm currently playing through Death's Door on my phone at the moment, which is very lovely little art style. It's it's kind of a soul. No, I wouldn't say it's Souls-like. It's just an isometric hack and slash. You play as a crow that has to go out and collect souls. And yeah, it's quite charming. It runs very nicely on my phone. Yeah, I'm kind of taking a break from the Vita to play some more games on my phone. I have installed San Andreas on it, so I might play that. Yeah, that was Jade Cocoon. If we exit now, we get present. I've never seen any other PlayStation 1 game do this. We are now presented with this screen, and that's it. The only thing to do now is to power off or restart the console. It just stays. That's it. You can push whatever buttons you like. Nothing happens until you reset the console. So that's amusing. Cool. I don't want to do another run tonight. I said that going forwards, Tuesday nights, we're going to do a run of Jade Cocoon and then do something else. It's 10:20, so we'll do something for a little bit. I don't want to do too much because it's been a long day. As I said, I was talking earlier about the presentations I've given at work today. I'm not in the office tomorrow. I am working from home, so I don't have to be up super early. But I am pretty shattered after today and this weekend. This weekend was a lot of fun, but it was also quite tiring. So I don't think I'm going to want to, like, I'm not now going to want to jump into another 1-2 hour speed run. But recently I have hooked up, you probably can't see it in this view, I've hooked up my Sega Mega Drive to the stream. For the first time ever. I've never previously been able to hook up a Sega Mega Drive. I've done emulator runs on Sega Mega Drive, but I've never done console runs. But I now have the opportunity, and this is important because I run 2 Sega Mega Drive games already: Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, and Flashback: The Quest for Identity. You cannot submit emulator runs to GDQ. They have to be done on original hardware. So now I have the opportunity to do original hardware runs of Sega Mega Drive games. Potentially, I haven't tested it yet, but I might even be able to do hardware runs of Nintendo NES games, because I have Nintendo NES. I don't actually know where. I think it's in a box in my cupboard. I'm pretty sure it still works, but I have a bunch of Sega. I have a bunch of Nintendo. I have the, maybe actually I haven't done a goal. I haven't done a stream goal outside of this Twitch goal, but this Twitch goal is just here to be there, to have something there. I haven't done like a community goal in a while. Could potentially learn Super Mario Brothers and do it on console. It's like one of the ultimate biggest speedruns out there, the original Super Mario Brothers. And I have the opportunity to run it on console. I don't know if PAL makes a difference for it, though. That's the thing. I don't think so. I don't think PAL made a difference for those games. But yeah, that could be an opportunity. Give me a second. Here it is. Swap over. It is, but not by but not by much. So I could still do it. I don't know if the leaderboards might be split. The leaderboards might be split across it anyway. Yes, my original copy, Super Mario Brothers. This isn't a retro purchase or anything like that. This is back in the day, not back at like 1987, I think the NES came out. We got a Nintendo NES secondhand from a friend when I was I must have been about 4, I think. So yeah, we probably got ours in about 1994. But yeah, this isn't a retro purchase that I've made in recent years or anything like that. This is I had this 1985 is the date on the cartridge. That's probably not going to show up. Yes, I still have copy. This is the double copy, Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. Never play. I couldn't play Duck Hunt because I haven't got a gun. I don't think I ever went back and bought a gun. Yes, Super Mario Brothers probably needs a clean. All of my cartridge games could do with a decent clean, actually. I need to know what screwdriver to use to take it apart so I can clean it. Yes, original Super Mario Brothers, still with a Nintendo branded sleeve, and what's more, still have the instruction manual. Oh yeah, it's still in one piece. It's a bit folded and battered, but yeah, the original. In fact, looks like it could do with a new. Oh no, it only had one staple to begin with. Yeah, it goes through all the different enemies and levels, and yeah, Mario. Yeah, I'd be tempted to put on a goal to learn Super Mario Brothers 1. Just because, as I said, just because it's kind of like, this is like the speed run of all speed runs. I think people would potentially argue that Super Mario 64 is the only other speed run that can shine a light to this. You know, this is the big one. This is the one that the news as well. Super Mario Brothers 2 recently got a new glitch, which has saved some time. As in, sorry, Super Mario: The Lost Levels, Japanese version of Super Mario Brothers 2, Lost Levels to us in Europe and in the US, not Super Mario Brothers 2, which was a remake of Doki Doki Panic. I've got loads of Nintendo NES games. This Super Mario 3, I never had 2 or Lost Levels. Super Mario Brothers 3, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which is terrible. Little Nemo Dream Master, which is a funny little game. Track and Field 2, which was awful. I could never do that. The Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants, Donkey Kong Jr., Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout, Marble Madness, that's another great speedrun. I do not want to learn that. That is a fucking mental speedrun. NES Open Golf, which is Mario Golf. It's another game under Marble Madness, but I can't see what it is from here. I think there's another game. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. That's just the way I'm looking. I've got 2 on my bed. I've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the really difficult one. Here they are. So yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the what if you ever played this, you'll know the underwater level that everyone hated. Never completed it. I never completed this game. I completed a few of my games. I never could actually. Donkey Kong Jr. I completed. Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout I completed. Super Mario 1 and 3 I completed. I think that's it. And then the other one I got, and Mission Impossible, which I believe this is based on the TV series. This isn't based on the films. It's based on the original Mission Impossible TV series. I never got anywhere with this game. It was so hard. That's got the instruction manual as well. This was so difficult, was Mission Impossible. But yeah. Oh yeah, I keep saying Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in the UK. There you go. Teenage Mutant Hero. It's not gonna focus very well because it's so close. Oh, that's better. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because in the UK, it was deemed that ninja was too violent. You know, evil, horrible ninjas. £4. There's actually I don't know where we didn't get this with the NES that we got from a friend. There's only only bought a couple of extra games after we got the NES from a friend. I know Simpsons. Bart versus Space Mutants was one we bought later. And Turtles was one we bought later. I think that was it. I think those are the only 2 that we then bought later. Everything else we got when we bought it. But yeah, I remember buying this from a market stall in Milton Keynes. I think GTA 6 is happening just a year after we were all expecting it. Yeah, I remember buying this from, I think I remember the Central Milton Keynes Shopping Centre Market, which is a weird market because it's kind of under a bridge. I remember my parents saying they'd buy us a new game for the NES for it. No, there was a load of games then. So this one, and so I don't know if it had been at a friend's house or whatever. But I'd played Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. And I've played it again since, I think. I remember the first level's got bowling balls rolling down the stairs. And I remember asking the guy at the market store at the time, is this the one where in the first level there are bowling balls coming down the stairs? And he said, yeah, it's that one. He didn't have a fucking clue. Because this one doesn't, because this is not the same game. So I remember them taking it home and playing. It was like, oh, this isn't the one. But this is an absolute legendary game. Legendarily difficult. Never completed it. Never completed it. The speed run cuts out so much of it. It's insane. But yeah. I might. I'm pretty sure my NES still works. But if I've got the right cables, there is a chance I could do some NES console runs. But as I say, at the very least, I can do some Sega Mega Drive runs. My Sega Mega Drive is here. Pull it down. I can't quite pull it into view for the... Oh, there we go. I can just about pull it into view for the vertical stream as well. There you go. There's my Sega Mega Drive. It's got flashback in it already. Flashback doesn't seem to want to work though. Yeah, we're gonna take a break. We've already done Jade Cocoon. We're not gonna do another run of Jade Cocoon tonight. I'm gonna save my splits and we're gonna reset. Thanks for dropping by, Cosmic. I don't know what we're doing on Thursday yet. I'd said we were going to go back to Twin Snakes. I might just go back to Twin Snakes on Thursday just to get that very easy run done. Probably not going to include the Nikita skip because it's causing me to fail runs. But also, after people have been doing analysis of it and thinking about the time saves and stuff like that, it seems it's probably going to save it's certainly going to save less than 10 seconds. It's really, really not that. And for the amount of risk you put into that, it's probably not going to be worth it for most runs, not unless you're pushing for world record. And also you've got to be really good at getting Snake to, edge down the corridor really fast for it even to be worth it. So Thursday might still be Twin Snakes just so I can get a new very easy run for the board. And then starting from next week, I probably start learning Phantom Pain, but we'll see. I probably could do with taking a stream break at some point. It's been a little while since I've taken a stream break. I probably could do with one. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to see if I can get something to work on my Sega Mega Drive. So we'll be back after these messages. Alrighty folks, welcome back to Tuesday Night Speedrunning here on the Nick Carpy stream. We're now going to attempt some flashback on my Sega Mega Drive. I'm not gonna change YouTube because YouTube's a pain in the ass to change. Flashback speedruns on Sega Mega Drive original hardware. I'll do. There we go. Right, so I've changed that on Twitch. I'm not going to change it on YouTube because YouTube's a bit of a pain in the ass to change. And let's flip on over to this scene. Well, as you can see, it's already crashed. Oh, and on my vertical scene's not set up correctly. This scene, I don't think I've done. I think I know why this one's not set. This one doesn't. Vertical sources capture card isn't set correctly. Not there. Yes, I've been having some problems with with flashback. It doesn't seem to want to work. But I mean, on the plus side, the captures worked straight away, which is really cool. A lovely sound of me blowing into it to try and get it to work properly. Try now. Not getting anything now. Back up. No, it's working on it's just not come through to the stream. I will turn it off and on again. Yeah. Weird. It's gone through to my. It's going through the capture device. It's going through the retro scaler. It's just not going to the capture device. Let's have a look, shall we? Deactivate it, reactivate again. Hey, there we go. Boom, bada boom. Here we go. Flashback. Say, just to confirm, here is my controller. It works. I haven't decided yet if I do this a bit more often. I'll work this out. I haven't decided what to put in the bottom left-hand corner because obviously I can't do controller inputs with the Sega Mega Drive controller. I mean, there probably is a way, some crazy way, with the right hardware, but I can't do that. Do you have some options with the retro scaler for the smoothing? This is with both 2x and smoothing mode on. This is with everything switched on. This is original. And this is just 2x, which I think that I do think that the smoothing does look a bit nicer. I don't know. The other thing I need to do is my display on my TV that I'm looking at isn't in 4:3. It's in 16:9. It's horribly stretched. So I just need to quickly change that on my screen, which luckily is fairly straightforward to do. There we go. So yeah, this is flashback running on original hardware. This is apart from those times where I've quickly had a crack with some old devices and stuff, and it's come up in like black and white. This is the first time I've ever successfully streamed any original hardware of a truly retro console. This is, I would absolutely consider this a proper. I know the Wii's technically retro now. In fact, heck, I think the PS3's classed as retro now. But yes, this is. So this 1993. I was 4 when this game came out. And yeah, it's my trusty Sega Mega Drive that I've had. Again, I've had this Sega Mega Drive since I was about 6 or 7, I think. Yeah, didn't get it upon release. Again, another one where we got it after we was long after it had come out. We got it secondhand from a friend. What weapons? Draw gun, use item, action shoot. Yeah, that I think I do want the original set. All right, let's do this. Speedrun or flashback original hardware. Let's see if I can remember this run. It's been a little while since I've done it. So in 3, 2. I'm just gonna make sure I'm definitely clicked onto live split so I don't paste down something else. 3, 2, 1, start. Yeah. It's gonna. Conrad? There we go. It wouldn't go down. Okay, so here we are going to ignore the hollow cube and we are going to do our first glitch. Papam! We've skipped loads. It's a wonderful speedrun flashback. There's a lot of crazy skips. My A button on my controller doesn't seem to be working very well. Except sometimes it does work. I am confused. So now it seems to be working. I've got a second controller, so if I can't get it to work, then I'll then another skip through there. Wasn't what I was hoping to do, but well. And then hippity hop up here. Ooh, wanna switch. Ignore him. Oh, I think I got shot. I did get shot. Wanna do another. Oh, no. Conrad, do it. Another skip through there. Hop up here, ignore him. Hop up here. Right now, we're just after money. So we're going to get these credits. That's it. That's all the money we need. Down here. Down here. Probably need to take this guy out so he doesn't do anything. Going to do another skip through here because it's quicker than climbing up. I'll roll here so we get past this dude again. Oh, you. Damn it. Jump up here. Run. Apparently I'd already finished jungle by this point. And another skip through here. I'm going to make sure that I do a jump because otherwise I die. I'm dead. Yeah. Ta-da! That is not what to do. I am gonna just because this A button doesn't seem to work sometimes, so I'm gonna swap to the other controller and see if that's any better. Just trying to be very careful with the console because this game seems a bit temperamental and will crash at any time. Find the other. The controller is not in my retro box. In my middle drawer. Look in my middle drawer. That's it. I've got 2 wireless Sega Mega Drive. For the Sega Mega Drive. Therefore, I've got like a remake classics one. Bit of an off. It's a bit crap. Right. Okay. Okay, this feels better already. Come on, all right, let's try this again. In 3, 2, 1, start. So we are gonna hop down here. We're gonna hop down here. We're gonna take a step down here. We're gonna go over to this door, this wall. We're gonna run. We're gonna turn around, and we're gonna just run through there. We're gonna climb. Do our first skip there. It's a very, very easy, very easy skip to do. Not difficult at all. I believe I can roll here. That's better. Oh, this controller is much more responsive. We're going to do the skip here again. Oh, I messed that up. That's not my inputs. Turn around, just hold A, go through. Oh, I forgot to grab again. Whoopsie. Try again. 3, 2, 1, go.
Start.
Oh, immediately went through the menus. Right, let's try this again. Come on, 3rd time's the charm. Oh, helps if I run. Run, Conrad. Turn. Run. Jump this time, Conrad. Yeah, that was better. That was much better. Oh, we're off to a much better start. Roll. Down. There we go. Oh. There we go. That was a bit slow. I need to have a look at how you do that. There's a really good, neat way of doing that. I'm going to jump here. I'm going to do this. It's going to attack him straight away like that. Now, there is a slightly faster way of doing this run through the walls glitch. It's quite precise. You have to basically stop running and restart running at exactly the right time. I love this game. This is one of my favorite Sega games. Careful not to roll off the edge there. And if I do this, I can immediately get my gun out. Okay. And turn around. Do another run. Turn. Run. Better. Up here. Run to the sides. Off the edge. Oop. Right, I'm going to do this trick again, and I'm going to make sure that I jump. So, Conrad, jump! There we go, that's better. Good boy. Here, we're going to select the credits. Give the credits to this man. He's going to give us, this. And from here, we can move on to the next level. I'm dead already. That was a comedy of errors. Jump, crawl. can't remember if you can. I wonder if I can just run and. I think I can just run and grab that one. Up here. Now, coming up to a point where I'm going to want to try and get the faster version of the run through walls glitch. So I'm going to run to here. I think it's here. Might be... No, that was correct. Failed. I'm going to shoot these guys. There's now a whole load of exposition here, but we're going to completely skip it by, again, running through the wall. Then, oh, come on. Conrad. God, this is harder on a Sega controller. To here, take a step forwards, run, jump, and shoot the guy. Get the fuse. And we're going to put the fuse in. Oh. Jump. Stick the fuse in the machine. That should work now. Oh, then activate the machine. Oh, and up we go. Now I got to remember this is the main portion of the game, to be honest. New Washington is kind of the main bit. I'm gonna run through the wall here. Oh, did that a bit too early. All right, what's down here? Out there. I think I remember where to go here. I think it's Europa first. I need to get the work permit. I can't remember. This is, I say, it's been a little while since I did this run. I'll know when I'm there. This is wrong. Yeah, this is wrong. I think it's the next area. So do our little wall glitch again. I think it's America. Maybe it's Africa. I don't remember it being 3 over. So head up here. This is okay, I'm in the right place this time. Do our next little wall run. Do that wall. Have a chat with this dude. He tells us to go to the first floor. Then we have a chat with the guy on A. Chat with the guy on C. Chat with the guy on B. Go see the boss. Hand over the ID card that we got. He's going to give us our work permit. And now we can go and get work. And this doing work is the main, as I say, the main portion of the game. Well, the main portion of the speed run. The game is the rest of the game. There's a lot to the rest of the game, but we skip a lot of it. Luckily, there's quite a few skips for the work as well. Hey, that's the faster version of the wall skip. We just sort of run towards it and then run through it. It's quite precise to pull off. Right, now we want to go this way. Oh, I forgot to split for the work permit. Here. So when I arrive at the work agency, we can start getting jobs. So, I want the work permit out. Pop the permit into the machine. And we can start our first job, which is a package delivery. We've got to go and collect a package from somewhere and deliver it to somewhere. I forget where. Collect a bar. We collect it from the first place we were at. I think it was we collect it from Asia. Collect it from Asia and deliver it to Africa? So back. This is where we would have started the game. We're back to here again. Run into this wall. Collect the package from this woman. We can use this to get through nice and easily. Oh, come on, Conrad. Go through the bloody wall. Conrad, what are you doing? What? He won't. Oh, this is bizarre. He won't go through the. He won't do this. He won't do the glitch. All right. I guess we walk the long way then. Boo! This is terrible. I think it's to America that we go to. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong. Put the lift down. It's not. No, this isn't it. It's not America that we go to. God, it has been a while, hasn't it? I think it's Europe. Yay, I got the fast one again. Right, we'll try Europe. I think it should. Yeah, this feels right. There should be a... Damn it, it wasn't Europe. Okay, it must have been Africa? Yeah, Africa's the only place we haven't been to yet. So, we'll glitch back through to here, into Africa. That's the police officer. Oh, I forgot I've got to deliver the parcel. Nice, we got past the police officer. That's it. Job's done. Package delivery complete. 5 minutes behind. We're now going to go back to Europe. Where's the bloody jobs? I'm going to check. Job center is in Europa. Right, so back to Europa, which was, I believe, this way. Wall glitch. It's Europa. Right, Europa is the job center and death tower. So now we're going to go and get our next job, which is the VIP escorts. So we are going to be tasked to escort a VIP through one of the restricted areas. We just have to make sure he gets to his final destination. So pop our work permit in the next one. Oh, there is a faster way of being able to do some of this. It's not restricted area 3 we want. I think it's restricted area 2. We will go to restricted area 3 later. It's just one. It's back to Africa. Let's take the lift up. And that door should be open. Yeah, it is restricted. So this is our VIP. We have to escort him. Luckily, even though we're escorting someone, we do still have some tricks that we can do. I didn't want to climb up there. I want to climb up here. I'll climb up here. Drop down, that opens that door, and now we can use the glitch to get through. Do it again. Escort missions are a bit of a pain. These ones aren't too bad. Jump up here to hit that switch. Opens that door. Over here. Wait for the VIP. Come on, dude. Over you come. Down. It's going to be a mutant there. Just ignore him. Hop. Now we want that key there. I think that wasn't it. There is a position you can stand. I think you do a roll and you roll onto the space where the key is, and the mutant can't hit you because you're like stood in front of him. This is the key lock that we need to use. So open that. I am probably very low on health here. Need to kill one of these because that's going to open the door. It's going to open one door for us. But this one I don't need to kill. Gonna drop down, run over, grab the key. Go this way. We need to do a wall glitch through here. So I'm going to make this quick because we're about to be attacked. Oh, he's forgot. I remembered just too late to let go of the button for that. Now we use the key that we just picked up. Get the VIP. Take him down. And that is the VIP escort done. He's gonna like, yeah, you did it, thank you. We go, wow. I'm gonna use this because I'm on one shield. And now I'm gonna save it just so that we don't have to redo everything. Because you restart the level if you die. We'd restart the whole of New Washington if I died. Unfortunately, saving on the console takes fucking ages. I remember doing this for the first time and I thought the game had crashed. Because it takes absolute age to save. There we go. You can probably tell I'm not taking this speed. I'm not taking the speed run too seriously. We're speed running it, but it's just a more. Remember? Oh, going the wrong way. Because Cyborg's next. So we're now going to go into one of the other... actually, we're going to do a bit of police work before we do anything else. Yay, I got the fast... Oh, careful. Because that lift isn't ready. So we're going to do a bit of police work next. There we go, I hadn't actually pulled it up. So we need to find a cyborg who has escaped a lab. So we're going to head to America. So I remember now it's America. Start of this because we want the bar. Be another. Ooh. Talk to the barman. Oh no, I got that wrong. Needed to talk to the barman. Do I need to talk to the barman twice? Yeah. I need to talk to the barman for something later on. Was it this guy I talked to? I can't remember. Yeah, there we go. Wait, do I now? So I talked to him. Do I now talk to... No. Now go talk to the police guy, the policeman downstairs. So I want to go down here. There's going to be a policeman. Here he is. He's going to like... The android wants to make a deal with you. He'll be here behind the bar. Gonna head behind the bar. We're gonna get attacked. We're gonna attack back. And then learn that the policeman is actually working with the android, and he set it up so he was trying to kill us. Just gonna roll into here. Gun out. This isn't the android. This is just another dude. But his hideout is below the trap that the dude was on. So now we need to go and kill the policeman. Because he's got the key. Correctly, I want to stand here. Get me gun out. Should now be able to wipe him. Turn around. If you're in mid-turn animation, you are invincible. So if you turn just as the policeman tries to shoot you, you will get out unscathed. That was also what I was trying to do when I was delivering the package earlier. By delivering the package, turning to deliver the package as the policeman shot, that prevents me from being shot. Now the killing these two cyborgs is... I'm gonna save it here to be on the safe side. Killing these two cyborgs, there's a loop that you can do. It requires a very specific setup. And this was the bit, I could do it in practice a lot, but I struggled to do it in speed runs. In actual runs. So we're gonna try. Hopefully I can get this. You know, I have no idea if I've actually completed this on my console or whether it wasn't until I got like PC remakes of it. I'm going to do a jump to here. I got this wrong. I can't remember what I've done wrong. This wrong. So killed the first one. Where the other one's gone. Where's the other one? What? The other... What the frick? The other cyborgs disappeared. This has never happened before. The cyborg's gone. I've never had one of the cyborgs like just despawn. Bro, what are you on about? I have no idea what you're trying to tell me. Ooh, shit, what? You've got my shirt? You've got my Harley Quinn shirt? Okay, I need to take a death, but I'm not sure if I can. The only way to die would be to fall. Oh, actually, no, I know I can take a death, go out of bounds. And just quickly go out of bounds and there we go. That'll kill me. Alright, let's try this fight again and hope that I don't die this time. Oh, that's it. I hold on here. No, I've still got it wrong. There we go. We'll just do the same thing again. Shoot. There we go. Oh, you've got this t-shirt. Okay, I finally did it. Let's say I've never seen that happen before. Alright, on to the next one, which is Meltdown. This is probably the fastest one in a speedrun, thankfully. So we get it. We're going to go through the teleporter in the bottom. Just bump up again there. So we're now in one of the other restricted areas. It's going to be a Meltdown. Luckily, we can use our sneaky speedrun glitches to be there. We can do the same thing here. This wall. To the sides. Take this down. We're nearly done. The finish is just beyond this door. Let's go to the final terminal, which is here, and pop in the terminal card, and done. There we go. That's that. Finally, onto restricted section, restricted area 3. This is the last mission. This is, we just have to, restricted area 3 is kind of funky because we're told that we have to clear, it's been like overrun with mutants and other monsters. And we're told we have to clear the whole thing out. You don't. You have to beat the last enemy. Every other enemy in the, is completely optional. Now we do, so I'm going to save it again because messing this up horribly. We have to, there are some enemies we have to kill because we just can't get through without killing them. Was it you also a fan of QWERTYs? I like this one. This was a random one actually. QWERTY occasionally gives you the option to buy random shirts. So you don't know what you're gonna get. Oh, I thought that one had a key. Don't see that one. I know one. I'm pretty sure one of them's got a key. No, maybe not. That's the quick load. Oh, well, it's a good job I saved it, innit? And this is why we save. I love my shirts. Hop down here. Maybe it's just a standing jump from. Yeah, it's just a standing jump from there. That's why. Duck, roll. There we go. So I knew there was a quicker way through all of that. Okay, through there. Don't need that stone. Just wall glitch through here. Up down to here. And this way. I want to wall glitch through. I think I need to grab these credits. Can't remember exactly. Oh, I do need to grab those credits because there's a key behind the credits. Oh, I can never get down here. And then here, there's a police officer. Policeman officer. And this little robot droid thing, and it's only that little robot droid that has to be killed. You can ignore everything else in there. I think I'm still on 4 shields. I'll save it again, because why not? Because we're 12 minutes behind. Who cares at this point? Wait for it. And actually, to get out here, we're going to do another wall glitch. And let's say, there we go. So rather than go the normal way, we're just going to wall glitch through here. It's a little bit quicker. And at the other side. Remember to stop because there is... That's our exit. We need to give some papers to that guy. And that's where we're going to exit the level. That was wrong. Right. So now we need to head back to America. Because that's where we're going to get the papers from. So we're currently in Europa. So we need to go over to... Oh, nice. Fast wall glitch. There's 2 different versions of this game. There is Sega Mega Drive version, and there is the Super Nintendo version. Now there's actually loads of other versions. There's a PC remaster. I think it went to the Amiga, went to MS-DOS, but the 2 main versions, and it tends to be what every other version is based off of, are the Sega Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo versions. Now, the Super Nintendo version... oops, I want to go this way. The Super Nintendo version is kind of seen as a glitchless run because of the 2... I want to give... we need to talk to him first. And now give him the money. We still have to have the chat with him first. So he now gives us the papers. Pretty sure I can. Yep, there we go. So now we want to go back to Europa again. And we can get out of here. We are finished in New Washington. Thank Christ. Yeah, New Washington in a speed run is the longest section of the game. Everything else is fairly straightforward. But that's New Washington. We are now in... We're now in Death Tower. So Conrad's trying to get back to Earth. And he's told by his good friend Ian, the only way of getting back to Earth is to win Death Tower. Because the prize for winning Death Tower is a ticket to Earth. So we're going to... Luckily, Death Tower is all in one big loop. You just loop round and round in a big circle. So because we can wall glitch, it's really easy to get through a lot of this. So this area, we'd go to the left, come out the other side, but we don't need to do that because we can just wall glitch and that's level 7 complete. No. Don't do. No. No. Okay, phew, I can run through. No! Conrad, stop it! If you are out of bounds, you can only run. There we go. We don't need the switch. Can we just go through here? That one's a horrible. Level 6 is horrible because if you don't go to the right first to see that, then yeah, you're screwed. Level 6 is done. Level 5 is done. We're going to start to get to the annoying ones. So I think this is the first one. No, it's not this way. Jump over those. Let's try and get through here without getting shot. this one, so it's a bit of a pain. We're also at the point where the game is going to start. We're also at the point where the game's going to start crashing. Start. Yay! There we go. We're also at the point where the game is going to start lagging because so much stuff is going on screen at once. So here we need to be able to shoot a couple of these. Play this. I'm going to play this safe. There we go. Should be good. I shouldn't need to save it. I should be fine. That's longer. There's a much quicker way of dealing with them, with all of that, but that's a lot safer. Let's take those out. I think those cyborgs will come and attack me now. Yeah, we needed to kill one of those so that we can get through here. This next room, if I recall correctly, is a bit of a pain. Wait for him to drop down. I'm trying to remember how to do this bit. There we go. No! Don't kill me. I'm worried that I'm dead. There we go. Okay, I'm fine. Again, there's a faster way through that bit. We are now on to the final room. As we come through to here. Final room. All we got to do is kill this android. Just keep on shooting. Just keep blasting. It gets to here. I'm sure at some point he's going to get close enough where I'm going to have to... Nope, just keep blasting. There we go. And that's Death Tower. Welcome to Earth. First thing we're going to do, we've reached Earth, so the first thing, of course, we're going to do is do another glitch. It's a glitch through there. I think I've got 0 shields, so I should probably try and find a shield at some point. Through him. Down here. Can't be hit whilst on a moving platform. This one's a really nice one to get right first try if you can do it, but never mind. We'll glitch through that one. So yeah, I was earlier I was talking about the difference between the Super Nintendo version and the Sega Mega Drive version. Of the two wall glitches on the Super Nintendo version, the Super Nintendo version, you can't do the easy one. I think I've got 4 shields. My shields came back. You can't do the easy one. So this one that I'm about to do now, that one, or failing to do now, this one cannot be done on the Super Nintendo version. Oh, I was hoping I wouldn't get shot. The only one that can be done on the Super Nintendo version is the one where you like slightly run up to it, and then so I'm going to save it here, where you sort of jog up to it, stop running, and then start running again. And there's loads of wall glitches that you can't use that version because you don't have the run up. So it makes that kind of awkward. So yeah, the Super Nintendo version's kind of seen as the non-glitch version of this run, whereas the Sega Mega Drive version is the glitch run. The thing is most other versions of the game, including the PC, all the various PC ports, are all based on the Super Nintendo version. Probably get another lag here. I think this used to be a lag. Gonna glitch through this wall. There you go. That's the fast one. Oh. And my Sega Mega Drive just died. it just it didn't switch off or anything. It just I heard I heard a noise and it just stopped. That's the end of that run.
Reset.
And now my Sega Mega Drive won't turn back on. Something's gone kaput. Now the fact that nothing else turned off means that it's not like because it's plugged into an extension lead. Nothing else on the extension lead has died. But I definitely heard a small. I don't know whether that was something inside the Sega Mega Drive dying or what. Trying to find the. No, I'm just unplugged. Unplugged the wrong thing. I'm going to take my headphones off because it's a bit difficult. All right. So I was. This is very warm. I wasn't actually using my original Sega Mega Drive power cable. This is the power cable that came with my sort of fake Sega Mega Drive. So I don't think this one is quite as powerful. The thing is, the official one is massive. It's proper chunky. So yeah, here's the one I was. Let me swap to the bigger cap. Here's the one I was using. So this is the sort of fake one, but it's the same connector. And this is the Sega Mega Drive. Like, look at the difference. That's the difference in size. But this is now really hot. Now it is only 100 to 240 volts. It's the same. The output's slightly different. This only outputs 9 volts, whereas this outputs 10 volts. And there's only 500 mA. This is 1.2 amps. So yeah, it might just be that this has been trying to power it all this time, and it's just eventually gone, nope, I am out of juice. Can't do it. There should be this power supply definitely should. It's probably that the fuse in this power supply is gone. Again, because it's not. I wasn't using the proper power supply, but that's because trying to plug this in is going to be a right nightmare. I'm to plug this in. I might have to move this unit. It's too big. Genuinely, to plug it in, I've got to move this. I've got to move this glass unit over. Heck, it's going in, but it won't go in all the way. Well, the ends haven't come off or anything. I don't know why it won't go into the power supply. Oh, it won't go in because it's so freaking chunky that then the next plug over is in the way because it's so fucking massive. I don't know what the next plug over is. My left screen isn't working anymore. I appear to have unplugged one of my screens. No idea. I've just unplugged something. I have no idea what it is. It was my Xbox. I've unplugged my Xbox. This screen won't turn back on. What's the plug for that screen? I don't quite know which plug I've screwed up there. I'm confused. Well, I've at least plugged I've plugged the Sega one in. Let's find out if it was the Sega that died or the plug. I hope to God it's the plug. Very pleased to confirm it was the plug that died, not the Sega. The Sega is fine. Now, saves do not continue between saves aren't saved between sessions. I wasn't that far into no, I was all the way through Earth. I was not far away from prison. To be honest, we're done. I'm not going to carry on playing. I need to find out why this screen now won't turn on and sort all of that crap out. So this probably seems like a good place to end the stream anyway. But it's there. We can now stream the Sega Mega Drive. I need to, the problem that I have in this room. This is a massive room. If I swap to the other camera as well, you can sort of see a bit more of how big this room is. This room, I can turn the camera. So this is my computer is in a corner, and this is how big my room is. There's Heidi's desk over there. Obviously, that's my other light. Cupboard over there. That door over there is the door out. And then that's how big the room is. So we're right over in one corner, and that's the opposite corner. It's massive room, right? Double bed, space for double bed behind me. It's probably bigger than the master bedroom next door, which is mine and Heidi's bedroom. But there's one big, massive problem with this room. It's got 2 plug sockets, and they're both single plug sockets. There's one down here. One down here behind this unit here, just behind it. I've got a little table. You can just about see the top of the table. So there's one there. I say it's a single one, and then there's one down again. If I grab the camera and turn it again, there's one. There's my computer. You can see Heidi's screen and chair. It's just behind Heidi's chair on the left. And again, that's a single. They're both single sockets. So because I mean, Heidi's got 2 monitors in her computer. She's also got a lava lamp and some Tetris lights. She needs 5, ideally. She doesn't have to have the Tetris light or the lava lamp, but they're nice. They're nice to have. She's got 5 things. I have an absolute fuck ton. You can probably imagine. So I have a 15 gang extension lead on that side. I think it's got I can't remember if it's got I think it's got 13 normal plugs and then 2 USB sockets. Nope, it's 15 plug sockets and 2 USB sockets. So that's so 17 devices can be supported on that side. So that's got 2 out of my 3 monitors, my sound card, my sound bar, the computer itself, printer, some of my other devices are plugged into it. There's an Echo's plugged into it. And then down in this side, I've got a 10 gang, and that's got all of the, not most of these consoles. Some of them can't fit. My floodlight, the lights for this with the plugs broken for it. This monitor, my 3rd monitor here, and a couple of other bits. And that's what I've been plugging the Sega into. So as I say, I'm pleased that the Sega. You can see the Sega is still working, so that's good. That's a good side. So yeah, I desperately have to use the main one. I'm still struggling to understand why one of my monitors isn't working, so I need to fix that. Let's have a look and see who we could raid then. Because we're gonna close up the stream here. Thank you all very much for joining. I hope you've enjoyed. It's been a bit of a weird one. We've been a bit all over the place. We will get that Jade Cocoon run done. We will get a decent Jade Cocoon run done at some point where I don't screw up getting to the Earth boss. Because that's the real big kicker at the moment. I just can't get to the Earth boss without messing up one of the warps. And it's really annoying. El Pazo was here earlier, and El Pazo's currently streaming. Some more classic retro games for you folks from El Pazo. We're gonna raid into some speedruns of Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Beautiful. So let's go for it. So /raid El Pazo. So yeah, thank you all very much for joining in. I hope you've had fun. We'll see you on Thursday. We're going to do some more Twin Snakes very easy on Thursday. Hopefully get that improved PB on there. And then yeah, I'm tempted to take a break for a week. Just get a recharge, kind of get back in, because I'm still a bit all over the place. I do think Phantom Pain is probably on the cards next. As I say, I have considered with the Sega learning to run Lion King. So we might do that, but we'll see what happens. Thank you all very much for joining in. Have a great couple of days. I'll see you on Thursday for some more speedruns. Good night.